And we are live. Once again, another episode of Icewindale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. When we last left the party, you were finishing up business in East Haven and closing your meetings. You headed back to, I believe, Caer Konig, where you were going to set off on your journey towards Black Cabin. I almost completely forgot. Before that, East Haven, you witnessed a cold chill in the air. Oh no, I'm just remembering completely wrong. You went out far to the east. Now it's all coming back. You went far out to the east and set out to basically have a sacrifice take place in order to see whether the creature that was coming to claim people was indeed oral. And you ran into the Goliaths, who were from the Funlakalaga tribe. They are all the way on the Wormdoom Crag. It was there you had to prove yourselves worthy of heading out into the far reaches of Icewindale. Otherwise, they would see you as just sheep for the slaughter. So, you engage in a boulder rolling competition, which, with the help of magic and some sabotage, you actually managed to beat the Goliath team pretty handily. And they admitted that you guys are clearly adept at improvising and overcoming the dangers. So they said if you ever wanted to come by Wormdoom Crag, they will treat you as honorary members of their tribe. And they gave you a bone tooth necklace as a sign of their friendship. And after that, they warned you as well of creatures out there. Creatures known as Cold Light Walkers. They are the living manifestations of winter itself. So, instead of encountering those, you heard a screech from above. A massive bird of prey with a 200 feet wingspan swept in and landed down on the ground, just as Roki was almost freezing to death. And atop this creature was a being of icy malevolence. The very air in the surrounding area just dropped. The blizzard whipped up in like a localized area, and you realize this was no mere Cold Light Walker. This was Oral herself. And as she floated towards Roki, her burning, emotionless eyes locked on him, reached out with her talons, about to claim his life. But instead, Faith ran in the way and tried to speak some sense into her, saying that he's known her all her life, known her in a different way. He believes that people misunderstood her, and that there was still perhaps some good in her. And at this, there was a single tear that shed from their face, rolled down their feathery cheek, and froze into the wind. And instead of taking Roki, it was instead Faith that was encased in ice and whisked away before you had a chance to react. After that, the gigantic bird began to flap its wings and headed northwest across Icewindale. And you were left with no questions answered. You were left now, instead of trying to figure out what's happening with Laurel, now the quest has become to get back Faith at whatever cost. At least for some of you, that is the case. That's when you headed back to Caer Konig, suited up for the travel ahead, and on your way towards the Black Cabin, you passed by Calvin's Cairn. This is the place where, of course, Kraken nearly died. Well, he did die in a previous life and got resurrected by a frost druid on the top of the mountain. So you decided to search out this same place, locate it, and head up these slopes. And just as you was heading up, there was a small little weasel that somewhat seemed too clever for its own good, and it scouted off ahead, perhaps warned this frost druid of your coming presence, and instead triggered an avalanche that you guys managed to handle pretty well this time. You avoided the danger. Some of you actually surfed down the avalanche, which is incredible. But nonetheless, you were all pretty much unharmed. And you're just laying in the aftermath of the snow right now, looking up towards the druid. And I believe she said, called out in common towards you, Tracker, and said that it seems that you have passed the test this time. That's where we left off.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Yeah. I mean, I can't have every avalanche that I encounter kill me.
Why have you come back?
We seek knowledge about oral. May we come up? So we don't have to shout.
He nods and plants her staff in the snow. Begins casting a spell by the looks.
Gonna need a more difficult test than an avalanche for us.
Wait to start casting a spell? Really?
Do you guys head up towards her?
Yeah.
It's the weasel.
Yeah, the weasel
that
is
weasel. I mean, what?
Weasel.
So, excuse me. After she finishes casting the spell, double check. Yes, last an hour. Cool. You see many wolves appearing out of the nearby woods. It's about 8 of them in total. Similar spell you've seen before.
Conjure.
So this one doesn't seem to be quite so hostile this time. But they instead sort of sit and effectively circle around you. In fact, let's move you down. Yeah. That's for our aesthetic stake. I'll move Stef for him.
Is this the same spell Ravison used?
It is, yeah. These wolf spirits seem to obey her every command. And yeah, they form effectively a circle around you. You notice as though that almost none of you are showing any signs of fear. Then there doesn't seem to be any hesitation as you approach her.
I'm missing someone. Oh, there they are.
He looks down at you all and says, Well, seems you are not frightened. You must have faced much already.
We have encountered some other frost druids.
Yes, and recently an eagle, bigger than the inn that we were sleeping in, came down from the sky and dropped a bloody god on us.
An eagle? You mean Iskra?
A pigeon, eagle, some sort.
Bigger than an eagle.
It is no eagle you saw. That is Oral's rock. It is known as Iskra.
Indeed. So, having faced that, a couple of dogs surrounding us is, well, it's nothing really, is it?
Yeah, simply for safety. So, you have encountered her, and you wish to know what she is doing here.
What and why? Our friend is a cleric in her name, and she, before she was taken, said that this is not who Oral was. I was hoping you could teach us more, help us understand what she meant. So
What she meant. What do you think she meant?
I believe my friend is saying that Oral is changing.
She is indeed. Change is coming. Change has already happened. And if you continue on this path, there'll be even more change to come.
That's nice and vague.
Yes, what do you mean by that?
Oral would not do what she is doing without a reason. She must be unhindered. If she was doing this for a good reason, you would not want to stop her. She just simply does not let your kind know.
If it's for a
We
bad
are
reason.
to be. He looks at you and says, "A goddess needs her follower. Without them, her power will fade. It would not make sense for a god to wipe out all life in Icewindale.
So what is she trying to do then if she's not wiping out life, taking people?
That remains unseen. But I do not expect her to tell us. We are still so little compared to her. Perhaps we would not understand. Perhaps we would act out of turn due to some mortal misunderstanding. Perhaps it is best we do not know, and do not question the will of a god.
Your trust in her is very commendable, but it's not you that's dying, is it? It's these poor people down in the towns with no food and no warmth, and for good reasons or bad reasons, it must be stopped.
I have spared who I can. but they do not look kindly upon us, believing us to be perhaps some sort of instigators, perhaps the ones responsible for this endless winter. I cannot do any more help than what I have already. He looks towards Tracker as she says this.
Hmm.
Then why are we here?
Are you
You
asking
plan
this
on
to-
confronting Oro yourself, don't you? The only way you're going to get answers is from her directly. As much I know.
Eventually.
And if you wish to confront her, then you will need to be prepared. And with
That's
that,
the
she
plan.
begins reaching into a pouch and begins pulling out a series of little rune stones
Mhm.
and starts sort of arranging them on the snow. He says, Oral tests her followers. Those who wish to enter her abode cannot do so without completing these tests.
Tests, you say?
She nods. There are 4 tests of the Frostmaiden. And this one, he gestures around towards the avalanche, was more preparing you. A test of endurance, a test of perseverance. Others are far trickier for your mind to comprehend. But there is something known as a test of cruelty as well. And a test of isolation.
Whatever it takes.
Knowing,
Can you?
do you have what it takes? She looks towards you,
Not
narrows
yet.
her eyes.
I need to get stronger. We need to get stronger. We're not ready yet.
Some of these are not mere strength of arms or ability in combat. They are more a test of the mind,
Be that as
test
it
of
is,
one's morals.
we're not ready to face Oral again. Even if we can pass the test.
Not yet, but perhaps if we face these tests, it will set us on the the proper track and lead us. What were we saying again? Oh yes, but I think you'll find my mind's as sharp as they come, young woman, and we're ready for your bloody tests.
Well,
It's not their tests. These are tests of oral.
Oh, and this isn't oral. Oh, I see.
she says, these tests, they will be in her abode. But there is a way I can perhaps teach you ahead of time what they might entail. Each person will witness or experience something different. Something that will truly push their mind or bodies to the absolute limits. Only the Frostmaiden knows your deepest, darkest secrets. They will be used against you. In sort
That
of
should be easy.
begins running her hand over the runes. Sort of each one begins to sort of glow and dim, and says, "You each take one of these. There are 4 runes. You will experience a dreamscape. When you go to sleep, one of these runes will test you. They will play out a sort of simulation, if you will. Perhaps they will prepare you for these tests."
Stimulation. You sound like one of these mad artificers.
More dream stuff.
Well,
Um,
let's be about it. Hand them over.
are
She steps back away from the runes
they? Oh.
that are evenly spaced out in the snow, each one glowing, and I believe you can read them, Tracker, because you understand giant.
Oh, they're giant. Cool.
And they are giant runes. Each rune is for each test: endurance, isolation, perseverance, and cruelty.
Do these work only once?
No. You will each have a dream. You can rotate them if you wish, but the test requires that only one of each of your group pass it. Should anyone fail their test, then you will be barred entry.
So each of us take one test. The one
Give me
that we are...
give me the secret one. That should be easy.
Sorry, which one?
The secret one. That should be easy for me.
There's no secret one. You got endurance,
there-
cruelty, isolation.
Oh, I thought you said one
And-
about like showing secrets. I misunderstood.
No.
She
okay.
said that your secrets will be used against you, effectively like your deepest, darkest fears will be brought to fruition and played out throughout the test. So you're having to deal with your own demons, your own inner demons, whatever they may be. So it effectively creates a unique test for every person.
Nice.
That's why she can't just tell you what the tests entail. She's trying to instead give you a way to perhaps understand what the test will be like and prepare you for the actual one.
Okay. Give me the cruelty one then. I can
Are you
manage.
sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I don't think the test will be any crueler than what I've already seen.
I rather thought that might be more Stef's wheelhouse, but as whatever you think, whatever you think. I wonder if I might volunteer myself for the acts of perseverance.
Perseverance.
Very well.
Okay.
The runes are fully laid out on the ground, so whichever
I'll
one you wish to
pick
pick up,
all of them, and I'll
accept.
distribute them.
Yep.
So I'll give cruelty to Roki.
Okay.
I'll give
Perseverance
perseverance
to Roland.
Then there is isolation and
Isolation, endurance.
I mean, Stef should be able to handle isolation.
yeah.
Yep, he's a total lone wolf kind of guy. I mean, I was talking about the character,
Alright.
of course, just for avoidance of doubt.
So isolated, he's not even talking right now.
He's so stoic. Well, that leaves endurance for you, Tracker. It seems
Yeah.
seems a good fit.
You can endure a second avalanche. You should be able to endure this.
Hmm.
I will warn you though. Even if you were to pass these tests, the Frostmaiden herself is a deadly adversary. You may still end up getting yourselves killed. And if you wish to find her sooner than later, you may find yourself not as prepared as what you wished.
I mean, by the time we are even considering looking for her, we have already raided a fortress full of Dogger and some Jarlan machination.
Yes. And more importantly, we do not walk alone. We walk in a far stronger light than she can resist, as Roki here has already demonstrated through his acts of prayer and faith. We do not fear her.
Is there
Even
any
still,
extra danger in these tests? Die in a dream, die in real life, or is it just a test?
I would not know. I have not failed the test. But I imagine a punishment from a goddess of cold, cruelty, and isolation is not one that they would come back from. But
Good to
who's
know.
to say? Perhaps you are simply barred entrance.
Hmm.
Well, we have a cabin to go visit, don't we?
Yeah.
I
He
doubt we're gonna get
says
any
one
more
last
answers
warning.
here.
Says, if you ask the Frostmaiden and do not receive an answer you like, do not throw your life away.
We'll see what happens.
He begins to
Hmm.
he begins to turn and says, after all, he respects perseverance, survival, endurance. Throwing your life away would be seen as a
Giving up.
slight. Yes. It would be a slight against her tenants.
Before you leave,
And
why did you
turns.
save me?
He looks back, says, I believe that you are destined to pass these tests. You've always been one of isolation on this mountaintop, the last of your clan, enduring. You know when cruelty is necessary. I was simply freeing you from your ties so that you could finally go on your own way. Your clan is at peace. Your tribe lay to rest. That does not mean their memory need die. It would have been a waste to rot away with them, buried in the snow. Now you can go forth. You can prove yourself worthy. And let others remember
let's go then. To
Okay.
the Black Cavern.
Yes. You
Yes.
agree, don't you,
Yes.
Stef? Yes, just nod. That's right. Let's go.
Uh-huh. Yeah, of course. He's willing to go, but yeah. I think with that then you will summon Chibbles to his side, and
Mm.
where is Chibbles anyway? Oh, they're there.
Chibbles next to
Yeah.
Snorp.
And you guys can set off, but the wolves begin to separate away from you. And they head off into the whiteout, into the trees. As quickly as they came, they basically sort of disappear, like spirits of the actual mountaintop itself.
Now's our chance, attacker!
And,
And similarly, she vanishes in much the same fashion.
Oh, damn.
Basically,
I should have
wild
asked
shaping
if,
into one of the wolves,
if they
effectively,
needed
and
us to
just
send a
disappearing
message
amongst
to
the pack.
someone else.
Hmm. So Snop stops. And says, Cracker, you're some sort of what, like messiah or something?
No.
She said you were destined for something.
I mean, everyone in this party is prophesied to raid a fortress.
Hmm. But this one seemed different.
Maybe she's just preparing some bystander to do their job.
Oh. You don't think she was telling the truth?
Just part of it.
I don't know. Maybe these stones are a trick. Who knows?
Well, Steph can identify them on the short rest. Or even now, right now. But I'll say we'll do it when you guys are safe somewhere.
Okay.
But back here, you can tell the runes are
The
definitely
runes are legit.
what they say they are. Yeah, they read the same. They read what she's explained. And should you wish to stay here for 10 minutes, I can have Steph identify one for you.
We can have Steph identify them at the Black Cabin. It's not like we're...
Very well.
Yeah.
We need
We're
to know what they do before
Alright.
we are going to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay then. Perfect. In that case, you can continue on your journey, traveling through the tundra, making your way towards the Black Cabin. Now, you do have a marker on your map that Copper Knocker did give you, but there's still going to be some element of like at least pinpointing it and tracking it down. And one last thing to note is that there's at least a 6-mile journey, and I'll say that that'll be a frost save. We just check the old weather. Last time I think it was on a light snow. Yeah, it's not too bad. Could it get bad though? Oh my god, the frigid winds are back. Jeez. Fucking hell. Okay.
Don't forget Steph. That's what he said.
Yeah, thank you.
Oof, smashed that.
Where is he? Here we go. Jeez. Yeah, he's not going to like coming back to a level of exhaustion and hypothermia, that's for sure. Anyone got resistance?
Roland and Roki have resistance to cold, I believe.
You mean the spell resistance?
Oh.
It's a cantrip, yeah.
Yeah, no.
think
I thought you meant
does
wolf
Roland have it?
resistance.
Oh, sorry. Does Roki have the resistance cantrip?
Wait, doesn't Roland have resistance?
The cantrip. I haven't
Yeah?
taken the Blessed Warrior fighting style.
Oh,
Roki? No, he doesn't. Oh, I think you might have been muted there. But anyway, I don't think you do, so don't worry. Okay, well, he's going to struggle then, because he's going to have hypothermia for a while.
Sorry, I thought I
Failing
could
by 5 or more.
sneakily go put food in the oven and then bad timing.
Oh, that's all right.
uh,
No, you're good. I was just making sure you didn't have anything you could do to help him save against that, and I don't think you do. So, tough luck for Stef. He
I guess
is
being late.
freezing cold. The frigid wind just basically hardens his scales. They feel so brittle, and you can see him shaking as you guys are making your way towards the back end of Lonely Woods. Yeah, I'm going to mark that as a failure. The DC was 20 because it's 5 for being out here
mhm.
in the wilderness, and another 5 for being frigid winds. So that's just a bad luck for him. I think everyone else
It's
is
just a
good.
bit cold. Come on, Steph.
Yeah,
Crack
right.
it up.
Oh,
He says, "Let's just find this cabin quick." And I think he lets his little familiar pet fly up and out.
mhm.
He's going to try and locate the cabin using a monkey's eye view. So, let me just roll that for you quick. Flying monkey's got good perception, if I recall, because it's technically an owl. Balls, yeah, has advantage. All right. Let's have a little look. Yep, nat 20. Perfect. All right. So, as Gibbles is flying out across the treetops, he starts to follow the river and marks that there is this incredibly large cliff edge that overlooks the river, and it's this large drop. And as he's following down this path, this ravine, effectively, there is what looks to be a small, almost abandoned-looking shelter in the distance. And he's actually able to look through the eyes of his familiar as well.
Mhm.
So I guess it'd be nice to actually have an actual video of the thing. Let's see,
feed.
does this work? A live feed, yeah. Sure. Here you go, guys. We have a live feed of Chibbles' monkey. I wonder if I can get that to show as a video on this.
That definitely looks
can,
like
actually.
it won't crumble underneath us and topple us down the cliff.
Oh, wow.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm giving the DM ideas.
I mean, no, you're not giving him
Let's
any
see.
ideas.
Video. I can. I can just paste a link in here. Save entry. And then click this.
Wait, is that beaver?
What?
That's a squirrel.
The squirrel.
That's a little squirrel.
That's a big ass
Yes.
squirrel.
Let me see if I can full
I
screen
was
it.
like, just perspective. That squirrel looks huge.
It does, yeah, it's way too big. Hey, there we go. So, I think the stream should be able to see that. Oh no, it's not clicking up. I click play on the stream.
No, that's not a squirrel. That's a monster. Too big.
There we go. The stream is getting a view of the black cabin. Perfect. All right. So yeah, this frigid, almost abandoned-looking cabin, all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. It looks like there hasn't been a visitor in some time. You can see all the path is snowed over. There is some of the wood looks a bit, I guess, broken and old. It's like disrepair. There's icicles all over the front of the door. and the windows are completely frosted over as well. And you can see where maybe ice has poured down and collected into this massive like sculpture of ice that's basically just blocking some of the walkway. And of course there are the occasional rodent running around that give some evidence that wildlife just got into the cabin itself. That's taken over.
Well, let's go have a look around. See what clues are here.
Okay. Close this.
Whoever is supposed to be here, they've probably left.
There we go.
Kind of expected that, didn't we?
All right. Get the... Yeah. Gonna drag your tokens out 1 sec. You are over here, I guess. Yeah? You guys can see the map, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, perfect.
Faith, you've made it back!
No, Faith's not here. I'm gonna have to take her out of your folder. There we go. Alright, perfect. So, oh wow, Roki is off to the races, it seems.
I didn't want to
Excuse
open
me.
the door immediately in case you were like, something happens.
Yeah, no, that's fun. So you heading up to the perched building on the edge of this snowy ridge, and you can see over the gorge is this massive drop. But yeah, the Black Lodge is on wooden stilts, and so as you've headed up those stairs, seems as though most of this would have been buried under the snow if it wasn't on the stilts. This place looks pretty ramshackle, and the icy steps leading up to the walkway are clinging to the south side. I'm going to pause you real quick because you are going a bit ahead. But you can see there are slumped and the building's slumped posture and sagging snow-covered roof, coupled with broken windows. There's loose flapping shutters, suggesting utter abandonment. There's large snowdrifts huddled around the rotting stilts and engulf a nearby woodshed as well. And the outhouse is completely ruined. The wind's blown that in. And that's the only thing that's visiting this sinister place, is the wind. So as you go past the half-buried outhouse in the snow, doesn't seem like there's much in there. Just some discarded toilet paper, perhaps.
Where did the squirrel go?
Squirrel definitely scampers off as you guys are arriving. Your footfalls on this place are creaky and loud. And yeah, you see the little squirrel kind of scamper off, dropping whatever nuts it had in its hands. Snorp's kicking around the outhouse a bit. And he's like, what ya? Hey, some toilet paper here, still. Just picking up the toilet paper. You guys have headed into the workshop by the looks, and you can see frost covers every surface. There is a set of smith's tools, tinker tools, and a wooden table alongside some twisted bits of metal. And there's a bookcase against the north wall. And you can see that's actually why one of the little squirrels ducked away into. There was more than one. And yeah, the squirrels seem to be hiding in several of these little bookshelves.
I don't want to sub squirrels, but we should probably explore the books or look through them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as you look through, there's also bits of scrap paper and detritus. It seems like the squirrels have collected. But the bookshelf, a lot of the books have been ruined by these squirrels. I will say that. They've used the paper as like a nest. But you know what? You can roll me a D100, I believe. I'll just check. Might not be a D100. Hold on. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. It's a D10. Oh, sorry, no, a D20. Sorry. There's like fiction and non-fiction. You can pick through whichever one you want, but we'll say start with non-fiction. 8. Yeah, there's one book called The Wailing Glacier: Nomadic Tribes of Icewindale by Sven Helfodsen, which you look through a couple pages and it seems to detail the long history of oppression both suffered and perpetrated by the Reged tribes of Icewindale.
It's not
Its
helpful for
relationship
killing
to
a
the settlers.
god.
No.
Wait. What was their name? Sven? Isn't he from
Sven
the elf tribe?
Helfodsen. Potentially. You recognize the name tracker?
I recognized the name Format. I'm not sure if I know the person.
Hmm.
But this is definitely a Reged name.
Yes. It does sound like one. But it's not one you would know from like the elk tribe specifically. Must have been maybe a previous elk tribe member, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It does describe the relationship with the settled peoples of Ten Towns was much more antagonistic in centuries past.
Wait, even
It
more
does seem to detail the
antagonistic?
beowulf. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you can take it or leave it, or you can, save it for later. It's up to you. You want to look for another book?
Yeah, I want to keep looking around.
Definitely.
Roland, you can give me would you want fiction or non-fiction?
None.
There's two book. It's like a bookcase for each. Non-fiction, roll me a d20.
Wait, there's a case of fiction?
Yep, there's labeled on the shelves like one's non-fiction, one's fiction. This one seems to be called Aurora Cartography, charting the order of the heavens. And it looks like this book was penned anonymously, and it seems to allege patterns in the night sky invisible to most. Seems like a cult classic by the looks, but nice, yeah, nice like trim and leather to the book.
Okay. Nothing unusual about it. Just a normal book.
It's like, yeah, no, it seems to be a normal book, but you can start to sort of outline some interests that this person had, and that is in the sky. And as you look across the rest of the books, this one's just about the aurora, but there's others that seem to detail like the weather, survival in the wilderness, temperature control, the science behind, some of the wilderness and elements of Icewindale. There is one that, out of all of them, there's absolutely one that you would pick out because you would recognize the symbol on the spine, Roland, and that is the symbol of the Morning Lord.
Okay.
And it is a prayer book, much like one you would have if you went to a chapel and was asking for an acolyte to introduce you to the faith. There is absolutely one of those as well. He tells all the tenets of Lathander.
Oh, I would definitely pocket that.
Yeah, okay, it's yours.
Are there
Okay.
any books on either of the shelves that seem to have been more battered or more thumbed or more used than any of the other ones, than all of the other ones?
There are spaces in the bookcase, meaning there must have been someone taking them out. You can roll a perception check as well. Okay. Of the spaces missing, it doesn't look like it's this the doing of the squirrels. It doesn't look like the squirrels have taken them and and squirreled them away. Literally, it looks more like someone has taken them for a purpose they needed and hasn't yet returned them, and the spaces seem to be in the kind of more magical area of the bookcase. I'd say, like there's books on like basics of transmutation, necromancy, that sort of thing. And the one that's missing is actually, hold on, just check. The book that's missing is transmutation, actually. So it's almost like there's a gap, right? So you got like necromancy, divination, yada yada. But transmutation seems to be missing.
Okay.
With that 19 as well, as you're looking around the workshop, these odd scrap pieces of metal, they're quite intricate in design, and they form kind of roundish looking shapes. You see several bands that have been tried to be forged together, and it looks like some of them have been discarded, like where the fusing wasn't quite right. Yeah, odd. Just like metal rings, half broken on the floor.
Do they look like
Maybe
sort of chainmail armor sort of rings, or would I recognize them as armor?
No, they're too big to be used for chainmail. They're more like the size of like a cufflink. They're like got 6-inch in diameter, some of them.
Right.
Okay.
What is? Oh,
Roki is looking through a window when he notices there is a charred body lying on the floor. And the most of the window is kind of frozen over, so you're kind of getting a blurry look inside, but you can smell the faint odor of like burnt wood and flesh.
it looks
Even
like there's some bits
outside of the
paper
window.
next to him. I don't want to see what's
Oh,
happening
yeah.
on those.
Okay.
Then how does the structural integrity look? Like, does the ceiling look like it's going to collapse on me? Because this looks a bit... Or is it already
You're
collapsed?
absolutely right. It does appear to be collapsed. The ceiling above you is completely caved in. The tiles have all gone, and a great deal of snow has obviously plummeted into the room. And it's all kind of been pushed into the corners by the stiff winds blowing through the broken windows. And the walls and the furniture are also scorched black. And
Okay.
yeah,
I'm not going to get crushed if I walk in.
You can give me a... Because you're like actually looking, give me like a perception check.
I got it. We're walking then.
Yes, the structural integrity does look a bit iffy, especially where the big clumps of snow and debris have built up. Not sure just how much the flooring can take, but it doesn't look safe, that's for sure. And you remember that this is probably overhanging the entire cliff edge as well.
One person at a time? I want to see what's on those bits of paper.
One person maximum.
Maybe Snorp or Chibbles could go grab it, and we could investigate them out here.
Yeah.
Anything that's next to the body.
Okay.
I don't want to go in anymore.
Where the hell is Stef? Because he kind of needs to be here for this. Snorp carries up. Yeah, I can check it out. Oh, there is a gap here as well, I forgot to mention, but you could have obviously jumped across it, but Snorp has a look inside. You want me to go across?
Yeah, you should be light enough that you'll be okay. Just gather anything next to the body and bring it out to us.
Oh. Okay. He steps in and sidles along, making sure to be treading very carefully. Gets to the
Just as
the
he's
debris.
sorry, just as he's
Hmm.
doing that, can we throw him a length of rope and ask him to tie it around his waist, and we'll hold the other end? If it does cave in,
Yes,
we
you
would
can.
like him not to go down a cliff.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so the 50-foot of rope will go wrap around there, around to here.
Or
That
throw
give
it
him
through
enough? Yeah, just
the window that we're standing
yeah,
beside.
fine. That's okay. Yeah, okay. So he'll get right up against the window. He's like sidling along it, hops up onto the table, kicks aside like a rolling pin, and gets to the window. And that's when you pass the rope through, tie him up,
I can
and
find
he hops back
steps.
down. Mm-mm. Okay. Yeah. Also, there was some stuff written on that toilet paper back there, like scribblings and notes by the looks. He hands it to you before he as you're like wrapping the rope around him.
What's this?
So, yeah, he does notice something on the floor. He says, there's something down here amidst the scorched black tables. There's a book as well. Lots of books.
I don't think you can
And
grab all
on
the
the
books,
floor.
but grabbing anything closer to the body is a good idea.
Okay, sure. What's this thing? And on the floor, amid several broken wine bottles, is obviously the mostly incinerated skeletal remains, and a round, frost-covered object, about 6 inches in diameter. And he goes, "This thing?" Okay. He picks it
I
up
know.
and goes to head back towards you.
Wait, sorry.
Except
Just describe it again before he picks it up, sorry.
a round ring, about 6 inches in diameter, covered in frost. And it's weird. It looks like a kind of gyroscopic thing.
So it doesn't look like Charlatan.
No.
Okay, that's fine then. He can pick it up.
Okay. He picks it up. And as soon as he does, the gyroscopic device begins to spin more and more rapidly and starts to heat up as well. In the center of the rings, there is what looks to be like a chunk of coal, and it doesn't look like Chardlin. Chardlin looks like black ice. Oh, so Roland, you're just in time to witness this. Snorp's found this weird frost-covered thing on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And as he picks it up, it starts to spin like a gyroscope. Runes begin to light up on the outside of it as well. And Snorp says, guys, you want to bring this to you?
Get it in the fireplace?
No, don't destroy it.
Okay.
No, just
No.
place it in the fireplace.
Suddenly
take
there
over.
is a whirring up. And immediately, brighter than the sun, Roki, you see this flash of light that just explodes outwards. And you see Snorp just completely fly backwards, caught in the blast, obviously. And from Roki's point of view, you just see Snorp's body completely incinerated. Taking,
what?
I'll tell you what. I'll be fair. I will roll his dexterity saving throw.
Wait,
And it is a fail. This is gonna hurt. But he's gonna take some damage, guys.
Is he dead? Nope.
Let's roll the damage. 1 sec. Where is it?
Where's Snorp?
Oh. Snorp was where you saw him just a moment ago. There it is. Found it. Okay, yeah, Snorp is dead. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna mix words. He's it's not even really any point rolling this, but for the sake of witnessing just how bad this is, you might as well see what you're dealing with.
How much damage was it again? 10d10?
Oops, I've rolled up completely wrong. 10 d10 plus 35. 88 damage. Snorp is absolutely incinerated as he goes, "You want me to bring this to you guys?" And then that gyroscopic device ignites as brilliantly as the sun and just emits about a 10-foot radius explosion that incinerates and rocks the entire cabin itself as well. And you're Roki, you're there, flung probably back from the window, and probably land on your ass somewhere down in the snow. Yeah, you probably take you take like 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you land in the snow. It's a soft landing, but
sorry.
Yeah. Roland, your eyes and retinas are just like burnt out from this thing, as if you didn't have bad enough vision as it is. And Tracker, lastly, you're over here. You feeling the entire cabin shake. You see the floor here sort of break and give way. I'm going to give you a dex save with advantage. Because you already know it's there and you've got a danger sense as well. Jesus, Tracker, what the fuck? Somehow still bad. That's not good.
I'm distracted by the huge fireball.
Yeah, that is very distracting. And as suddenly that launches throughout the entire cabin, the floor beneath you falls. You're scrambling to grab onto planks, but where the snow kind of pulls all the flooring down, you're basically pulled with it and begin plummeting down towards the bottom of the cliff. Let me just check where that is. That's also some damage. You're about to fall down a very steep cliff. Is there anything
was
you would
Tracker
like to
inside?
do before you take?
What?
He did go inside at the moment of the explosion went off. He's asking where's. Yeah, you asked like where is he, and just as you stepped inside, the floor shakes and gives way.
I have a question. Hello, by the way.
And Tracker.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
What can I ask pretty quickly what's happening? What's happening? You
Okay.
went to the cabin and set off an explosion and Tracker is correct.
Yep. Yes, they did.
Snorp went into the cabin, they set off an explosion, and I followed.
So is he currently falling or did he already fall? Can I do something to help him?
Where you are, you can just about see Tracker 35 feet from you, about to fall through the floor towards the gorge.
To miss the step behind him and grab him? So he does not.
You can give me an athletics check.
Also, sorry,
if
by
you
the way,
do this, yes,
I
there's
was
a
stuck at work. Athletics, right?
Yep, it's going to be rough because you're not the strongest character, but I'll let there be a chance if you do Misty Step this. You have to get the same DC that he failed.
Okay.
Holy shit! Wow! Shit, damn. Stef, you see it happening. You see the entire thing shudder, and from the outside, you can see the integrity just falling apart. And you appear right as Tracker's about to fall down. Oh yeah, you can amazing. Yeah, you grab a hold of him and your arm flexes as you pull suddenly the full weight of Tracker back up and to safety as the entire flooring gives out, avoiding that 44 bludgeoning damage,
Sorry.
which would have been
that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a fucking entrance.
A wizard arrives
Yes, it
precisely when he means to.
Oh shit, well played. That was clutch.
Did we fall asleep on the way here? Is this one of those tests?
No.
You wish it was.
Please.
Right. Looking through the window, is he
Never lick.
atomized, like proper dead, or is he like
Gone.
death
Just
or just?
He is ash. Like you said, put it in the fireplace. His ash is scattered into the fireplace.
So who
And
did
the
you guys
gyroscopic
kill?
device, lands on the floor, still spinning, and you can see its glowing core just sort of dying down. And yeah, here's like a very good depiction of what that kind of like looks like here.
So who did you guys just kill by doing that?
Snorp.
We
Just
killed
Snorp, because you asked him to gather whatever's around the body and bring it back. And unfortunately, Snorp, following orders, did not suspect that.
Wait, you guys fucking killed Snore?
No.
Snorp is... They didn't kill him, but he was not aware of the dangers.
I don't know it's Bob. I've never seen a gyroscope bomb before. Who the fuck makes gyroscope bombs?
What the fuck am I going in on here?
Oh dear.
No.
Yeah, you're left there in the snow, Roki, kind of eyes facing up, getting to your feet. You can work your way back around to the top. So Roland, you've never seen something so brilliantly bright in all your life. You imagine that's what a 9th level or a 20th level cleric is like when they cast Channel Divinity, just poof, a brilliant Morning Lord channeling through them. But yeah, your retinas are still stinging from the brightness. You're like blinking and you can still see just the shadow of Snorp, a silhouette being turned to ash.
So is the coal gone or is the coal still there?
The coal is still there, a glowing, smoldering chunk that is suspended between the rings, which are covered with runes. So yeah, it is still there, and
I'm guessing
spinning
this is
on the
what
floor,
killed
but it's
that
slowing
guy,
down.
so it's reusable in some way.
Yeah.
Is
Wait,
this
didn't-
the god-killing weapon? Did a god-killing weapon just kill Snorp?
Not a god.
Wow, yeah.
Well, wait,
What
no.
is happening?
Did-
Why is Snore dead? Why is nobody outraged about this? What?
It's called shock.
Where's the?
This is called denial.
Roki,
Test of
Roki, can you heal him? Is there anything you can do?
Heal what? There's nothing there. He's
This
he's
is a hole in the
gone.
floor.
Can't he be in one of the rooms behind?
Can I do an Arcana check to see? Like, it was a magical device, right?
Yes, it was.
Is there like any inside Arcana thing I can do to see if that actually was something like that pulverized him?
Yeah, you can. You need to get a good eye on the device itself, though, to maybe understand the runes on them.
No,
All you saw was an explosion. There inside there is the gyroscopic device. Snorp didn't even get a chance to hand it to you. Had he have done, then it probably would have blew you up as well.
Like, from where I am, if I like walk over here, do I die? Like, do I fall down or?
The floor. So I've outlined the circle on where the floor went. That's no longer there. That flooring.
Oh, there's no longer a floor.
Yeah,
Is the device also there, or is it like the silver dot over on the right?
it is. It's still there on the floor. It's just slowly spinning down and
Mhm.
coming to a rest.
Do you have mage hand, Steph? Can you move it away, or?
Mhm. And I mean, I can see it from where I am, right?
Not quite from where you are, from the window that Roland's at. Yes.
Okay. No. Okay.
Mhm.
Like, what am I supposed to roll?
You want
Arcana?
to inspect it and investigate it?
Yeah, I don't buy that. It was just like an elaborate hand grenade.
Okay, you can give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, it's a god-killing grenade. Or a god-injuring one.
The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Any guidance over here?
Mm,
Or
you
did
can
I-
add guidance if you have.
Mm,
Give me D4 from Roki.
I'm talking to someone. There we go.
That's still not a success. You are. That is something of an otherworldly device, perhaps, but it looks man-made. The rest of the runes are etched, like they're clearly like etched in by tools, and the metal has been constructed with those smithing tools you saw in the workshop. You saw other similar devices, and looks like this is their attempt at making it, but god killing. Yeah, I mean that was a lot of damage.
I mean, we saw rings
Snort
as
didn't-
well, but we didn't see
You
any
did.
books on this god-killing device, and perhaps we've just destroyed those books.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what am I seeing? Is the shit inside there actually like destroyed, or does it look like something got teleported away? That's, I mean, what does that tell me?
So you know, noticeably, you didn't get a success, by the way, to identify the item. But I can tell you about a little bit about the damage, and that was that it was most definitely radiant. It was a blinding light so insanely intense that it just basically incinerated anything near it. But it didn't set a light to the entire black cabin. If it was fire, it would have set this whole thing ablaze. But more like it was like a concentrated sun just burning brightly for a moment and then winked away. So there are charred pieces everywhere, but it's not set on fire.
So wait, does that what? Did Snorp actually get fucking disintegrated by the sword? Did he get teleported away, whisked away somewhere or something? That's what I'm asking.
You don't know on a 17. That was so caught you off guard so quickly. Also, the runes, you don't really see them from here fully, but they don't look like runes you recognize, Steph.
Oh wait, I have inspiration.
They don't look like.
Do I have inspiration?
No, you don't.
I wonder if you
I will
could put
remind
that
you though,
grenade
you
in
do
your
have other
bag.
ways to identify.
Oh yeah, wait. I have.
That does involve touching the thing, right?
Not necessarily. You can deliver cut touch spells with a familiar.
You must choose an object that you must touch through the casting of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chibbles, you're up. Can I deliver?
Shit. Oh god. Yeah, he
Everyone
can.
step away. Everyone step away if he's gonna have him touched again.
Chibbles looks at you with these little sad monkey eyes, like, please.
Who designs a grenade that explodes when you touch it? What's...
Yeah.
This guy was supposed to be smart.
Didn't Copperknuckle say something about it needs a third ring? Didn't Roland found a ring in the workshop?
Yeah.
I don't know how much you know about that.
Third ring on it.
Wait, Copperknuckle said something about a third ring.
Anyway, we'll let Chibbles do the identifying because I think you're going to do it right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, poor
Before I
Chibbles.
set Chibbles up, Chibbles, this is for
Uh,
Snorp, right?
Step away, Steph. You're too close.
I am too close. Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Blew me off of the balcony last
All
That
right.
was inside a fireball for me.
All right, Chibbles grabs a hold of the device and you cast Identify through them.
Yeah.
The device does not whir up this time. It's almost like it begins to, but then seems to power down. And it's as you cast Identify that you reveal very much that this is not powered up yet. It's not charged, but you can feel a power rising within it carefully and steadily, but it doesn't look like it's being released until it's fully reached that
Okay.
that unstable boiling over point. So it actually appears to be safe to handle right now. Dibbles identifies this device as as being designed to control the weather, not a grenade. However, you can tell that this has clearly gone haywire. Something about the device is not working. The runes seem to activate in a certain sequence. That's fine, but it doesn't look like this thing can contain the amount of power that's being generated.
Mm-hmm. Through Chibbles, the runes on it, like, did anybody in the party already decipher it?
No, it just exploded the moment we saw it.
You saw it, or
Picked
you
it up and then it exploded. We didn't
Also,
like
you
investigate
finally
it.
you get the name. The last thing is you definitely get the name of the device, and it is known as the Summer Star.
Summer.
Could you safely put that in your bag of tricks?
I'm thinking about that.
Because this is...
I am considering it. I am considering it.
If we want to kill a god...
Do we want to kill
No.
a god? I don't think Faith wants us to kill Aura, by the way.
The Identify spell reveals that it is not designed to kill a god. It is designed to control the weather.
Yeah, well, it looks like it will still hurt them anyway, so it seems worth it.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But what are we thinking? Do you think you could store that in your bag of tricks, or do you think it would just randomly set off?
I'm thinking about stuff. You said it controls the weather.
That was the goal, but there's something
the
clearly
wording
wrong
is
with it.
it's designed to control the weather.
Mm-hmm. But it went haywire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, does any one of you... Wait, no, does anybody of you have a spell that influences the weather?
No.
No, probably not.
No.
I don't know either. Like, do I see the runes through Chibbles, right? Would my Arcana give me... Like,
No, you don't understand the runes.
Oh.
They're written in a different language.
Oh!
I technically can interact with the weather.
I mean, I do have comprehend languages as well, right? It takes
That's true.
Can I?
10 minutes.
Well, let's get Chibbles out of there while this thing is powering up. And
You leaving the device in the where you found it, or are you moving it anywhere?
Yes, I would. For now, I would like to leave the device. Oh wait! How does I cannot cast spells I don't have prepared, right?
No, if it's a ritual, you can cast them from your spellbook.
No, it was not a ritual. I'm talking
10
about...
minutes.
I kind of have a werewolf.
If it's not a ritual, if it's not a ritual, then you need to prepare it.
Well, I will do the comprehend language thing.
Okay.
We wait 10 minutes while everybody's panicked. To snow, right?
Yeah, we'll come back to you in just a moment. So you're casting comprehend languages. Is there anything else the rest of you would like to do?
Is the device powered down? Is it safe to move into a building?
It is powering up again, is what I understood from that earlier.
It seems as though once Chibbles releases it, it doesn't continue to power up. Like, it's not spinning. And it doesn't seem to have the energy to release that same kind of explosion. Chibbles was safe handling it for that time being. But it does seem very unstable. But
Okay,
it's
so
not
if we
got the
don't
energy right now.
touch the thing, it's okay?
Wait. I can touch the thing in a safer way in a bit if you're a little bit patient.
So there is no
Okay.
floor here, Tracker. So
I'll climb
you've
on
got
the
climbing
wall.
speed though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair then. Yeah, you dig your nails into the
So like a
hardwood.
gecko, I'll just slide over the wall.
That's fine. You hop over towards the kitchen area and land down near the.
I want to make sure that
rest of the
Snorp
cabin.
isn't hidden in one of the rooms. Snorp?
Okay. You go clear room to room,
Yeah.
finding the scent of wine fills that room, containing what looks to be 4 frost-covered barrels, and then you see another room that's like a abandoned bedroom. And a stiff wind blows through the broken window to the east wall, causing the tattered grey curtains to billow and flap like angry ghosts. And snow covers the bed, much like the surrounding floor as well.
Any tracks?
This bedroom here, because that was me describing the other bedroom.
Sorry. Oh.
That's this bedroom. Okay. And then as you walk into this room, see wooden planks have been nailed over the broken window of this room to hold out the wind. And furnishings include a saggy double bed, a bookcase containing some folded clothes, a few blank sheets of parchment, and a set of calligraphy supplies next to a bookcase. And there's also this soot-stained hearth wherein a scroll lies amid the ashes.
Oh, scroll?
Mm-hmm.
As in a letter or an actual spell scroll?
Pulling it out, if you investigate, it doesn't seem like a spell scroll. It looks like actual handwriting in common. And it's stained with soot, but it actually remains intact. And yeah, you want to show you the handout for it? Okay, this is what you can see. Might be a little bit hard to read with the font.
Macradus, I've had enough of this damned relentless scold. I feel it creep into my bones, my head, my heart. I'm heading back to 10 towns for a decent meal and a warm bed. I feel this endless winter has numbed your minds, and anything worth their chains can see the summer star is a fool's errand. Maybe without me here to incessantly complain to you. Complain to. Oh, you'll finally go snap out of your obsession. That's what it says. Oh, there's a. Never mind. If you truly insist on dedicating your remaining days to this doomed project, might I suggest that 3 is better than 2? I considered telling you before, but you were particularly rude about the dinner I made last night. May the light of the Morning Lord protect you, Copper.
Mm-hmm. And now it starts to bring back memories. Mm-hmm. Yes, you do remember him telling you guys something about 3 rings better than 2.
I am certain that Copper did say they had a falling out and a discussion about there being 3 rings needed, while Macradus was certain that 2 would be more than enough.
So put a 3rd ring on it, and then when we would need to hurt a god or something powerful, take a ring off and throw it.
guys. Wait a second. Also, next time before you send somebody into touch something, I know a nifty little trick around that. But, give me a couple more minutes to decipher the rules.
Yeah. While you're deciphering,
I'll
I'm
get rid
gonna
of
make
this
sure
explosion
that
now.
Snorp isn't playing a trick on us and hiding in one of the rooms. Okay, this was
Try to go
the
around from room to room.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
abandoned bedroom.
this was the bedroom. This window was open, right?
Yes, that's right.
He seems to be hiding all over the walls.
Yeah. Would there be any um
Tracks
tracks outside, or is it just a pile of snow?
doesn't appear to be no tracks.
Snorp. Oh,
Calling out for Snorp. As you come around, this next room looks to be some sort of laboratory, and it seems to contain a fireplace, 2 empty bookcases. Tacked to the walls and strewn across the floor are frost-covered blueprints. Face down on the floor, next to one of the blueprints, you see a chisel, and also actually behind you, as you kind of enter through the door, and you're almost looking straight at it. There is this tiny clay, like creature. Hard to say what it is. It's got little wings. It's got a face and ears, but you've never seen anything quite like it. It's
the homunculus?
like a clay. Yeah, you can roll an Arcana check if you.
Oh, I definitely don't know
want to
what
just-
it is, but it's a
Yep,
clay statue.
you honestly have no. It's a clay statue, yeah. The wind kind of rustles some of the blueprints in here, kind of flick around up onto the table. Like almost lay themselves out for a moment.
But there's no Snorp.
No Snorp, no.
Yeah, Stef is gonna check it later.
Yeah.
Snorp.
And then lastly, I think this is what I mentioned earlier. This is the wine barrels. Yeah. You can see this is a supply of sweetberry summer wine. I don't think anyone's proficient with. You shout Snore once again, and you see this door suddenly shut and then open again.
This door?
Yep. The wind that was rattling around the doors earlier, the windows are on shutters and they kind of like opened and closed. And it seems as though this door just suddenly, in the wind, opened and then closed and then opened again. And then as you enter a second time, the door suddenly slams shut behind you. And a bit of wind wisps in the air and suddenly rearranges the blueprints on the table. Yes, go ahead, Roland.
Would I be seeing this as well through the window?
Where are you? Yes, you see all this.
All right. I'm feeling slightly suspicious about that. I would like to use Divine Sense.
Divine Sense. You... Yeah, there is a scent in the air. A smell of undeath. But it's not coming from the charred skeleton. It's coming from that room Tracker just went into. And you're picking up on not just one presence, but two.
Okay, I'm going to call out to Tracker and tell him to get back here.
Yes. I'd like to contact him telepathically. Like, can we not go exploring the cursed magical cabin alone?
But
Okay.
it's not a cursed
wanna-
cabin. It's an abandoned cabin.
with exploding magical hand
Yeah,
grenades.
yeah. Unless you want to become a zombie kitten or whatever. Okay.
Is the door locked?
No, it is not. But as you try to open it, there is a bit of force on the door, like a wind is keeping it shut. But you've got enough strength to easily overcome it. And suddenly you see this chisel that I mentioned being on the floor. You turn your back on it, it suddenly embeds itself into the wood right next to you.
I'll pick it up and I'll bring it to the rest of the group.
Jack is like experiencing paranormal activities that I've
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely
Okay.
fine.
What a...
Hey, this is a good chisel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Poltergeist. Right.
At this point, then, Steph, you've finished casting comprehend languages. And you
let's,
can tell the
open the
runes
window.
on the device. The window is kind of broken, smashed from the explosion.
I'm making sure
Yeah.
that this window will become the new door.
Sure thing. You can climb through it if you want to clear out the glass.
Mm-hmm.
You have a chisel now, I guess you could do that with. Steph, the runes are in giant.
What do they
Oh.
tell?
And
Wait.
they are reading out several different weathers, like wind and storm and frost. Seem to be a couple of runes that you don't recognize at first, but comprehend languages shifts them and translates them into your mind, and you read journey, light,
Journey is
life.
good. Journey is a good word. Journey means
And
there is no atomization going on.
yeah. Right. So there's all these different types of runes on it. But yeah.
Are these
Tibbles will
runes
need to
still
like
visible?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the device itself is actually unharmed from the massive explosion.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll tell them about. I'm detecting the sense, the nearness of something that's not living. I'm not sure it's the usual kind, and I must confess, part of me hopes that something of Snop is still here. But if
of
he
course
is,
he's here. He is playing tricks on us, and he's hiding in that room.
I'm not sure that's quite right, Tracker. We pretty much saw him turn to ash. But I don't know if all of him is gone. But we must be cautious because he may well be, and if so, we do not know what these entities are.
So with all that I learned from this device and my Arcana from earlier, Senrith, do I get a better understanding of what might have happened? Or because reading the words journey, my assumption is that he got whisked away rather than exploded away.
Perhaps, but there's also runes for life, and there's one that says shield, and that certainly wasn't abjuration magic you just witnessed. So you're not really sure whether these runes relate to what the device does or whether they are used to contain the magic and manifest it. You already know with your identifier that its sole purpose is to control weather.
Oh yeah.
And
So are you
so
telling
if
me
it
the
was,
fort is dead?
I'm telling you that there is no conjuration on that device.
Yeah, but how am I to interpret that situation? Like,
I'm afraid you will have to fear the worst.
Okay, I'll stick my head in and say, Snop, if that's you, and I'm fixing my helmet to my bald head as I say this, throw another chisel at Tracker, and then I'll duck out the way.
You see a knife, or well, it looks like a knife on this little wooden platter, is suddenly thrown out the window towards you, Tracker.
Sorry, Tracker.
And you know what?
Hmm.
Just for good measure, you see a wooden spoon fly at you as well, Sir Roland, and it dong, bounces off your helmet.
I probably deserve that.
And as Roki comes up to investigate what's going on as well, you see a cup fly out the window as well towards Roki.
I catch it.
Please stop it. Snort.
Yeah, you can.
Please stop it.
You can attempt to catch.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, you roll to roll like a dex save or something. It's clearly thrown with intent to like hit you upside the head, but you easily catch it before it impacts you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a ghost thing throwing cups at us?
Snorp is playing tricks.
Can you prove that, Snorp? That I think Snorp's very well dead.
Who else is throwing stuff at us?
Well, something died here long before we got here, and Roland said something, undead, it sounded like. So maybe he doesn't like us being in his house.
Snorp, if you are there, throw this and this at Tracker. Whoever lives here doesn't
He
know.
didn't throw a chisel at you.
Have you still got the chisel on you, Tracker?
Yeah.
You suddenly feel a bit of like movement on the chisel, as if it's trying to be wrestled from your grip. It doesn't have the strength to.
Anyway, in the workshop, Roland found a ring or something, right? Or
Yeah.
did I? What's on the ring?
It was like slightly busted or discarded rings. Maybe earlier versions. I got the feeling, and now think possibly were the first attempts at building the rings for this machine.
Are there any runes on the ring?
Yeah, there are some.
Can I read them?
Some aren't like readied, but actually it would make sense that the runes are carved on after the ring is complete. But you can read the ones on the actual device itself if you wish.
I mean, Stef reads the runes on the actual device. I want to I want to check if this prototype ring, how finished it is.
Well, okay. There's like one on there, and it says death.
Okay, I have an idea. Get out of my way. Because see invisibility says I can see into the ethereal plane.
Oh shit, does it actually?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, can I see what was throwing stuff at us?
I
see something, yeah. That looks very ghostly. But it has, hair.
It does. So there is a figure standing behind the bookshelf. Well, not behind the bookshelf, but rather next to the bookshelf. And they seem to be
I see Snorp as well.
And Snorp suddenly appears right at the window next to you, wielding a rolling pin, and he looks terribly, terribly angry, and he's trying to hit you round the face with it, Roki. Or at least on the head, right? Like bonk you on the head. And he looks really pissed.
I'll see this. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna thunderstorm.
What? You can't see it. Only I can see it.
Oh wait, I can
Yeah,
see
that's
him
true.
through the window. There is.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing that for Roki's
Oh.
benefit, so he can see. Roki, only Roki can see it right now.
So, Snorp's here, and something else is behind him.
You're trying to get Snorp out of the way. He's clearly. You can't get a good view on the figure behind because Snorp's just in your face, like hitting you with a rolling pin. But you can try to like calm him down or get him to move aside.
I'm so bad news then.
Can I just Snorp? Do you see what's behind you? Does it react?
You see him turning around. It throws his hands up in the air and points at them, and then points at the floor. But he's
Snorp
doing
think
it like
that's
in a
the
really
guy-
flustered manner.
Snorp seems to think that's the guy that died here. It looks weird though. Like, it looks dangerous.
As you say, dangerous. You see Snorp roll his eyes, goes over towards the device, and like points at it, like tilts his head to one side, as if to say, like, really?
Okay.
How are we supposed to know that's a... It's not even supposed to be a grenade.
You see he kicks it across the floor. It like rolls.
Can he? Okay, he can.
Yep, he can. He rolls under the table.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
He suddenly gets an idea and he picks it up. And he pretends like it's a hot potato from one hand to the other, and then like throws it at you, Roki.
I'll just catch it. Based on what people said earlier, it should be fine.
Yes, it is. It tries to whir up, but then quickly dies down. And Snorp just folds his arms in a pouty manner.
That's not fair. No one killed you on purpose.
I would like to raise a point in Snorp's defense. Why do we send Snorp if we have Chibbles and Mage Hand?
Because the guy in charge of Chibbles wasn't here.
Yes. So basically, it's your fault Snorp died.
Yeah. Right. As everyone else is sorry.
Control over my body while my mind is wandering.
We didn't know there was any danger. I was just worried about the floor collapsing, and Snorp was light.
I did say earlier, like, Stef really needs to be here for this.
Yeah.
Well,
Couldn't do anything about that. The show had to go on. Roland, what was you going to say?
I have. Oh no. As everybody's discussing this, I'm going to pull out the prayer book that I just found and turn to the section to give the departed last rites to help their spirits move on and say, Snorp, come here. It's time you moved on, accept your end, and begin reading some kind of last rites. Unless you have any idea of how you can.
You see him throwing a tantrum and shaking his head and like throwing his hands out to the side as if like no last right.
Like this.
he
Maybe we
doesn't
can
want to
bring him
move on.
back. Maybe there's a way to bring Snorp back if he stays with us.
As all suns rise, so must they go down, and stuff like that. And I feel if he's met his end, then he should move on, and we can't really bring him back.
The ghost is approaching. Hello?
A ghost?
Yes. So the ghost does approach, and it's as Roland is reciting these words, is that there's a look of recognition on this ghost's face. They appear to be humanoid. A man, perhaps in his mid-40s, approaches the window and seems to be like nodding and listening to Roland as he says this, as if he recognizes the passages.
Can I see?
I thought you were going to say, yeah, he recognizes Roland as if he's his squire.
Well, now he's up close. He's friendly and doesn't look dangerous. Okay.
No, he actually looks more like a kind of academic type. He's got like robes and a collared shirt, etc. His hair is kind of like swept back, kind of a mossy texture. You can't really see any colors, of course. It's all kind of grayed out. But
Can you show
yeah.
us any information about this thing? And I'll see if it reacts to that.
He nods quite affirmatively and beckons you to follow him. And he starts heading towards the laboratory.
I guess I gotta
and Zay,
try
what did you want to
make it through here. Let's
Oh,
pause.
I will go.
What did you want to add?
I wanted to actually share a letter with the rest of the group because I believe I didn't do that yet. And I want to point out, while I was looking in this room, I think it was Snorp who was closing the door.
Yeah.
I think
I
there's
actually copied
something-
and pasted it into the chat, so you can see it. If you just scroll up a little bit there, it's all there in the chat. Okay. You can climb through the window. That's not a problem.
Okay. I want to see what he's trying to show me.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
You've not got osteoporosis.
Maybe we can bring Snort back somehow. Like, he's fully capable of staying with us, and I'm fully capable of checking on occasion if he's still here. So as long as he's still with us, that means he wants us to bring him back, and that's why I'm going to assume if you stay with us, Snort, because I want him to stay with us.
Wait. Is Snort a ghost too? I thought the other guy was a ghost.
They're both ghosts.
They are both ghosts.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And only Roki can see them currently.
Wait.
But
Are you all just following the ghost?
Yes.
they have, yeah.
Can we, before we go further from here, right? Roland, would you hand me that third ring you found earlier?
Yeah, I'll hand them all
It's
over.
broken.
The ring is broken.
Yep. It's like it snapped or broke in the forging process. And you can see it's not connected.
Would mend item do anything here?
It is a good question, actually. The thing is, though, it never got formed in the first place. That's the thing. Let's have a look at the mending spell. Oh, you don't have it.
Roki, before we continue.
Roki has
Roki.
it.
Yeah,
Or
can
had
you
it.
come back here? One dangerous magical situation after another.
I can't mend shit like that. That's not how it works.
It needs to be made first before you can remake it.
So the thing with this is it repairs something, and unfortunately these never were whole to begin with.
Okay.
Even if they were, I still can't repair it.
And not to mention, it does look as though they are prototypes, and yeah, we'll see what the process will be outlined very very soon. Because now that you can actually interface with this man and Snorp's ghost here, he kind of sits down on one of the chairs, waiting for you guys to figure it out. You see this gentleman introduce themselves by picking up a quill and writing out their name, Macredus. And they point to themselves, Roki. Then they gesture towards all of the individual like laboratory equipment here. You see the chisel, the runes. There's a page. It's like there's a notebook. The chisel that you've got. You said you didn't let go, so he's gesturing to that. And then he says, well, he can't say anything, but clearly he's gesturing towards all of these scribblings and notes. And he looks very eccentric about something, but you can't hear him, as Snorp's plugging his ears.
So these will tell us maybe everything about this device. Let's have a look.
Okay.
So I'll look at whichever one he seems most enthusiastic about. There seems to be a few
sure.
bits of
You have to.
documentation.
There is, yeah, and one of them seems to be a translation of different Goliath runes and giant runes, and the other one is a blueprint with all kinds of mad scribblings over it. and I can actually take you to the thing if you want.
Oh,
Though before
like
we
you
do
say
that,
a translation of Giants or Goliath?
yeah, you can read it already.
I,
Mostly,
I'll
it's-
go over it, and this word is wrong.
let's just take it to it.
Give me a second to look at stuff. You guys don't know what the ghost is doing, okay?
Let's have a look. What's it? I made. Here we go. All right, taking you to this page. The scribblings of a madman are written out on this blueprint, and some of it does not make sense. And you can see phrases such as size matters, small, medium, and large. And you see a number of different runes laid out on a circular like pattern. All of this is quite overwhelming to someone who doesn't know anything about the arcane or like artificers, etc. But perhaps by picking out bit by bit, you might begin to understand it. Everyone can see this, by the way. You can all begin figuring it out on your own. But
was this meant to just stop the weather, or more?
He nods and like gestures with big, grand expressions and points out towards the window, and like has his hand like sweep across the horizon, and then he quickly he has like a revelation suddenly, and he heads back over to the blueprint, and you can hear him like tapping on the paper, and he's like pointing towards this little icon here that seems to depict the sun.
Something about the sun.
And he seems to be nodding excitedly, and then pushes the device forward, and you see him scribble again. Finish it.
Wants us to finish the device.
Can I ask him a question? Does he want this thing to be an artificial sun? Can he yes or no?
How's he react to that?
He nods excessively.
He's nodding excessively. An artificial sun.
Well, looking at the blueprints and my understanding of the world is like, how would this replace the sun? Because it needs fuel to burn, and it does not seem like it has enough to burn indefinitely.
You see, he begins to scribble out maddening notes that are far too advanced. Like, he's basically describing like quantum physics to you guys as fantasy characters, writing it all out, and you have no idea what it is. It's gobbledygook, and it's actually starting to hurt your brain thinking about it. And some of it just doesn't make sense, even if you are understanding it. Some of it doesn't seem to add up fully. But in any case, it doesn't give a concise answer to that question.
Not a concise answer to that question. However, we have somebody in our party that is very prone to the mysteries of the unknown. Hey, not you seeing this shit? That seems like a secret worth keeping track of.
You hear Nort say that he's looking over the document as he's writing it.
This looks like the scribblings of a madman. Doesn't expect any of this to actually work, does he?
I mean, it clearly worked for like a bit earlier. However, I'm calling into question the sustainability of the energy source, which you show me the ring. It has like a black coal in the center, right, with the rings around it.
Oh. Yes, that thing doesn't look like it can hold enough power by no stretch.
Yeah.
Nothing short of a divine intervention could possibly help him in his cause. Moreover, it seems to me this is a classic case of a wizard dabbling with powers he does not understand.
Mm.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Rowan, what did you want to add?
Steph, have you tried communicating with him through your mind?
No. So for me to communicate with people, they need to attune to the crystal, right?
No, you
No?
need to attune to the crystal.
Oh, can I attune to the ghost then? Like, can I speak with a ghost telepathically? Does that work? I mean, that seems dangerous, but I'll do it. Hell yeah.
I think the Psy Crystal doesn't require you to see it.
Nope.
I think lets you grant telepathy. With a creature. I don't know if this is... I mean, they're undead. That's a good question. Hold on. Let me check.
What are these symbols?
They cannot. They cannot because they are on the ethereal plane.
Okay.
If they were on the same plane, yes. But the only reason you can even see them in the first place is because of sea invisibility, but they are not really physically here. They have some power, but it doesn't go beyond picking up a few things or exerting a little bit of pressure on objects.
Okay. My follow-up question then, it's probably going to be a no. The inside of Nod is perhaps an unusual plane of existence, and I wonder if we might bring these ghosts inside where we might converse with them.
What?
Yeah.
He wants
That's
not
going to be the same.
eat ghosts, but
I think that's going to be the same issue.
yeah.
Nor says,
I can't eat what's not here. If they were manifested in the material plane, they could be a tasty treat, but they're like, it's like eating air. I can't eat the wind.
Yes. Okay.
So my conclusion from this is that Snort did in fact die. You guys have blood on your hands. So that's going on.
Snorp's nodding in agreement.
Snorp is nodding again. Don't worry, Snorp. Wait, to resurrect the character later on, Senrith, right? Do we need to carry around their remains, or?
We need a body.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing but ash from Snorp. They really took the full brunt of that.
What?
Yeah.
I know what I'm using wish on.
Okay.
But perhaps if we can
But now,
figure out this puzzle and whatnot, there may be a way to help, or perhaps having a ghost Snop is far more useful than he was in the flesh.
I think the puzzle is it's. I actually think that it is what it is. I think it's a weather controlling device. I think the insanity part of it is that this ghost, is thinks it's like a permanent replacement for the sun, but it probably is not permanent because you would need something like Niverese magic to have like infinite magic in an object, right? So to
Well,
keep it done burning.
Maybe there's stuff here we don't understand.
I mean,
that explains the solutions to problems. Like, it's not like he failed because it was impossible. He failed because it exploded.
He nods and points to you as you say this, Roki, and he kind of puts his hands in a circle and he points to the thing on the blueprint, clearly representing this circle, and then points to the device and one of you picked up like the old broken ring, and that is suddenly picked up off the table. It floats in front of you, and he's trying to fit it around the other ring, but it looks like it's too small or broken to fit on there. It needs, if it's a third ring, he's hinting at it needs to be a bigger one, and yeah.
Could your
Also,
friend
because you know
that has been
giants-
mailing you
There you go.
finish this last ring? Could your friend that's been mailing you help us forge his ring?
You see a sour expression on his face, and you see him like almost kind of tut, and
So no, we have to do it.
he shrugs, like as if he doesn't know where that friend of his is.
Oh, Copper Knuckle? You seem never in Shender.
Yeah, miles away. In other words,
Yeah.
I mean, we met
because
him.
you can,
We can find him again.
yeah, but because you can both understand giant and you have comprehend languages, I've put the runes on the screen for you now.
Okay.
I'll even configure the ownership of that handout so that everyone can see it. Actually, no, I'm just going to make it so only Stef can say for the time being.
Okay, cool. That's this one.
So is it just as simple as trying to fix this third ring and then align the runes into a certain order? Is this? Easy to say that, but like make sure that
Yeah, he seems in a frantic fashion as you're like asking this. He's not only just pointing at the blueprint, but he leads one or two of you into the workshop, points at the blacksmithing tools, and he comes back and he points at the chisel and like mimics chiseling, and then he points at the runes. There seems to be a whole process to this that he's trying to show you.
So you need us to engrave the correct runes and affix a third ring to the device.
He nods.
Oh wait,
yeah,
on
he's
the
nodding
sheet.
towards Roki.
Wait, I just realized something. The runes are clickable on the sheet. They're tokens.
They're tokens.
They are
but there's
tokens.
Nothing.
You haven't got control over them, but if you would like to circle them, I will allow that. You can just
No, I would.
identify.
Can
what
I
you're
go
trying
back
to-
out to the device? Because what throws me off is like the last three are runes of each size.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess up there, top right, are the names of the runes, right? Cloud, Frost, Journey, Lifelike,
Yeah.
Shield, Stormwind. We read a couple of them, right? So with my
Yes.
comprehend language is still going on, can I see which runes from those on the top right are not on the device yet?
There are no runes on the device. You
I mean, on
you
the
are
ring.
lacking a device. On
No.
the ring?
No.
I mean,
you mean like
there
depicted?
already are two rings with runes, right?
Yeah, I'm saying which
There are.
of those runes, those words on the top right, are not
All of them are depicted on the other
two
runes. On the other rings, yeah. On the other rings, every one of them is depicted.
Are they okay? Are they depicted? All of them depicted on each ring, or are they split across the rings?
There's a mixture of some on one, some on another, but the smaller ring is of course much smaller, so it's got like smaller runes on it. The medium-sized ring has kind of got a mix of medium and small.
Oh.
I mean, the ghost can just tell us which ones to use.
And you can see that he points to the list of runes on the blueprint in the top right corner. He points to these.
So that's what we
there you
have
go.
to engrave.
Okay, can I see which ones he's pointing at in order and just write those down in that order on the sheet, like the note paper or something, just so we have that. Clear.
Yes, You can. Are you writing the names underneath the runes?
Just whichever
what you're
like
doing?
ones he points out, I'm just writing those names in that order. So we have like the list in order of what ones need to be put on the next ring.
You can, but as you're writing them down in an order, he shakes his head and he grabs snatches the quill and scribbles out the order.
Okay,
And
I'm wrong.
and then seems to be pointing at all the clues and the hints. And you see him almost like pulling his hair out and like pointing and pointing back, and like he's clearly a bit difficult to work with. It's no wonder Nopper ran away and was like, I'm not dealing with this guy anymore, because he's clearly like frustrated, belittling, and yeah, he scribbles out your work as you're writing down the order. Of course, they are already wrote down on here. The first step for you guys is you actually need to make a ring. That much is obvious.
Okay.
Before you can start engraving it.
Who
I
fancies
will say
himself
that
an
you can.
artificer today?
So looking at the rings that are on the device, it says 3 rings, right? The first 3 row, the last 3, but 2, the medium and large balance each other, but the small are fewer. Oh wait, that's referring to the runes and not the size of the rings, right?
Right.
It's the runes.
That's right.
So
Okay.
if I'm reading this right, it says that the big and the middle ring have the same amount of runes and the small one has fewer.
I mean, if we follow the ghost and we try to make it, don't put it on the device. And if he says it's not good enough, we could bring this to our dwarven friends. It will be an example of what we tried to make. It'll be all the
I don't
information we're
think-
working
I
with.
don't think we can move this thing, because when Snorp got when my familiar got near it earlier, it started powering up again.
It's inert right now, and it's possible the size of the explosion depends on how long it charges up for. Because with him there was a body, and with Snorp there isn't. So it might be dangerous.
I'll tell you with the identify spell earlier. I kind of hinted at it, but I'll tell you outright. It won't go off until it's fully charged, and at which point it will do the same 10d10 radiant damage plus 35. But it's gonna try and activate, but it won't activate until it is fully charged. How long that'll take, you're not exactly sure, but
I mean, we could leave the device here and just use have the dwarves help us with the ring, and then come back. But like, if we can't make the ring, we can still go to them to make a better version, the correct what it needs to be.
Yeah, there is just one problem. At the dwarves, there is no ghost man helping us.
We could bring the dwarves.
That's why we're trying to make one now. We have this information in front of us, and we can make an attempted version. And we just don't pull it on the device unless the ghost says we've done a good enough job. Like, we can always come back and then ask him again. Like,
yeah, let's give it a go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm all
Alright.
for making the ring, but do we know the correct size of the ring? I'd like to
yep, that
draw.
would be a intelligence insight check.
Would it be? We can communicate with the guys somehow, right? Is there like a free piece of parchment and something to scribble on?
Yep, you can scribble and talk that
I
way.
would like.
You want more parchments? I'll get some parchments, and I walk to the study, bedroom.
Okay. Well, assuming that all happens with no interference, on the parchment, I would like to draw 3 circles in different sizes, right?
Yep.
Small, medium, large. And I'd like to ask him flat out, which of those 3 do we need to make? Just point towards the right one.
He points to the third ring.
So we need to make the large one. Okay.
I mean,
He
that
nods.
was obvious from the fact that one of the existing rings has less symbols.
Is it obvious?
Yeah, because we read out that 2 of them had the same amount and one of them had less symbols.
Yeah.
So,
And when he's pointed to the third ring, he then points back to the blueprint and like actually holds it up, like stretches it out, and points to it, and then
Oh,
points back to the third ring.
entire blueprint is just for the third ring. Got it.
Yes.
He nods.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
for me, it looked
Okay.
like it could have been the entire
Okay.
device, you know?
Before we put
Yeah,
any symbols on
that's
it,
fair.
who would have the best chance of making this ring out of
Me.
us?
Just a ring?
Just a ring.
That's what we're starting with. We made the ring and then we put the symbols on it. That's how you do it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, one of you can work on one problem whilst another makes the ring. That's fine as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're clearly going to need a third ring to craft. So
And the spell only lasts an hour.
I can.
Do we need the spell?
Well,
We
to
don't.
interact with him, we do. I can only do this 2
fuck.
more times. So,
I
like,
thought you meant comprehend languages.
I don't know about
okay,
That's an
that's a
hour.
ritual. You can cast it as
I
many
mean-
times as you like.
Yeah, but we don't
shortcut
need
this-
it if we have someone that actually can read the stuff.
To shortcut
Sure.
this, since I comprehend the languages and I assume I can understand the runes on the right, which
Mhm.
words they would
Yes.
correlate to on the table.
You can,
Yeah.
and I will give you this handout once again. Go
Also,
ahead and circle the runes that are. Go ahead and circle the runes that you need.
Wait, how do I circle them? You mean with like a snipping tool or?
You've got a drawing tool, and you've got a circle you can draw an eclipse with, or you could.
Okay.
This is really awkward because my screen does not fit. Okay, we
In that
need.
case, you can pop out. You can pop out the giant runes onto a separate screen
Yeah.
if you click the pop out button, and then you can use two screens.
Where's my
Sky,
drawing?
there is frost. Where is frost? There is frost.
Yeah, and of course I'll let Zaid help here because they can talk, speak. as well.
Journey is this one.
Whilst the guys are doing that, does anyone actually have tinkers, blacksmithing, or jewelry?
I bought the tools
anything
were
like that.
already there.
They are. I'm asking, is anyone proficient?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I have.
All right.
No, I don't have tool proficiency.
You know, it's funny. Snort was a kobold
Right.
inventor.
Yep.
Actually had proficiency in tinkers tools.
Where
we know.
is-
We know.
He throws his hands up in the air.
Okay, Snorp, you might be talking one of us through this.
Well, if the ghost can interact with stuff, why can't he make it?
They can't
You can-
interact at that level.
Shield. There's.
Yeah, they can
storm.
clumsily move things around as if like they were a poltergeist, but they can't exert much pressure. Earlier he was trying to like hold a door shut, and Tracker
Yeah,
was easily able to
Tracker.
like pull the door away.
Being
So,
dead is worse than being drunk, by the sounds of it.
With that,
I need one more. Wind.
You've-
Okay. These are the ones.
I'm happy to bring out that. So with the runes highlighted, you can scribble down the runes next to the common words. Does that make sense? And you've
Okay.
already you've done the very first step of the puzzle. So you now know what runes correspond to what. And at that point, it doesn't matter if you can read giant or not, you now have the corresponding rune and what it means next to it. So,
good.
who would like to attempt to go into the workshop and make a ring?
You would have the best
Okay.
chance. 'Cause-
That's
well,
probably
I would.
me.
I was about to ask, not if we are not proficient with the tools. This is a game mechanics thing, right? How does blacksmithing work? Something? Is it just
You
luck?
can-
Or,
Blacksmithing is probably
It's-
something like a dex or strength based skill.
It's, I'll tell you outright, it's going to be a dexterity arcana check.
oh well,
Oh,
I'm-
okay.
I'm up. I'm 5x and higher common. But I will probably need some guidance over there.
It looks as though to craft a third ring, you would need a quarter pound of metal be melted down in the fire and recast using smith's tools, then inscribed with runes by someone with a steady hand. Sorry, inscribing the runes is the Dex Arcana. The forging part, that's something separate.
Yeah, we're just at the forging part of the ring.
Yeah. Okay, so no one's got blacksmithing tools, so really it's just going to come down to it could be strength, it could be dex. It's a quite intricate round object, but you do have to like hammer the thing into shape as well. So I'm open to hearing if anyone's got a suggestion on what skill they would like to try and use to blacksmith it, but it'd probably be using strength or dex, one of the two. Like it's a physically forging it.
I am checking my spellbook.
What if? This sounds insane. We make it a 2-person job where one person's doing the main bit, and I'm like assisting with Snorp's guidance. I'm using Snorp to kind of guide my hand and like assisting them in making it without doing the main bit.
Yeah. All right.
So
I think you've seen like 2-person blacksmithing before.
I have a question, and this may sound really stupid, but a dexterity check regarding this, would this be an acrobatics check?
No.
No. No. The best you can use with dex would be like a sleight of hand outside of tinker's tools or blacksmithing, because it's quite intricate.
So who's going to be the primary whilst I help?
Well, I'm quite dexterous, but I'm at exhaustion too.
I am strong enough to just brute force the forging of the ring.
Sure.
I am comfortable enough with maybe engraving the runes, because those are like my second language, or first language even.
Engraving is something that I should do because that's Arcana, what you said earlier, and dexterity.
It's dex Arcana.
While the ring is being forged, first make sure that we know the right runes.
Yeah. Well, we I think
runes
we know,
come later.
But they come later still. Let's just forge the ring, because we're just delaying ourselves more than we need to right now.
Yep.
All right. So forging the ring, you just have to get this metal, melt it down, begin hammering it into shape.
Yeah.
Who's making the strength check?
I think that's
Tracker.
So be Tracker. So
Tracker?
if I'm assisting him using Snorp's guidance, does that give him advantage, or is that helping a different way? How's that work?
No, I think that's a great use of your see invisibility. Snorp's trying to like help, but he can't really show how to help. So you're translating that for him by seeing what Snorp's showing. Like if he's saying like too much pressure, too little, or whatever, he's trying to tell you. And he's also picking out the right tools as well and helping. So I'll say you can roll this strength check with advantage, and Roki's relaying anything. Strength.
Is the
straight. Have you got athletics?
Yes.
I'll stretch it, and you can use athletics with advantage. The forge has to be heated up, of course, and takes a minute or two. But that's a success. You, over the course of, I believe, 1 hour, forge a complete ring without any obvious flaws or breaking.
So like as we finish, they just like fade away from my vision. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yep.
Snorp, the last thing you see of Snorp is a satisfied double thumbs up. And he fades away. All right. So it takes an hour. You forged a perfect ring, which is 6 inches in diameter, and it fits over the other 2 rings, the smaller ones. Leaving enough room for like 2 little holes for spokes to go through. Okay. The next stage, then, you need to start to carve the runes, but this is the most important part, is getting clearly a sequence and
but the sequence,
a size to all of them.
I mean, the sequence,
I will put the ring back on the table.
I already have it figured out.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, it's not just the sequence. There is also like the size of the runes. If you
Ah,
see,
okay.
because we have journey in what I assume medium on top, then shield on the right that could be bigger, so big, then shield again. Then we have a large storm rune. Wait, storm
I
cannot
will
be
tell you.
medium. Oh, it's pairs of two.
I will
so
tell you. I will tell you that you are along the right lines, and as such, I'm going to get rid of all the runes you do not need,
Oh.
and show you the runes that you do need.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh.
Yeah, because if you
and
read
these
the
ones you do
circle,
have control of.
if you read the
Okay.
circle clockwise, it says do not journey in fall weather. So we have the journey rune.
Okay, so shall I recast, and then you can say what you're gonna do, and we see what our
The
ghostly friend
shield
says.
could be bigger.
Mm,
The shield is in the second half. What follows the storm is large. Oh wait, it's a two runes on either side of the middle are not the same. So 4 runes need to go on there. We have journey, shield, storm, penultimate.
wait. Wind and the shield are the same size.
Oh, we have life. Life is the penultimate, so we need.
Life is the biggest.
So yeah.
You can move these runes, by the way, just so you know. Unlike the other ones, you can drag them, and you can start to place them on the ring itself.
Can I?
Oh,
can I
that's the ring
do
at the
this-
bottom. Okay.
Can I do this first? I think I have it figured out.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Did you say you wanted to
Oh,
recast?
your mic's died. Your mic's died. Fix it, please. Sorry.
Did you say you wanted to recast the
I'll
spell?
let Steph
or
put
you...
them in order, and then I'll recast
Let me
them.
put
and see
them in
what
Okay.
order.
everyone says.
Can you guys stop dragging that to the bottom there, please? So we have Weber up here.
I think those
And
Steph that were
these-
wanting to put them on this band at the bottom in order. Is that not right?
No. Wait a second. We have a circle here where you can like arrange it around the circle quite literally.
Whatever way you want, is fine.
you-
Just let Steph do it.
You can do it on there as well if you like. But these runes are labeled. Well, they're not labeled, but they're ordered in the same sequence as the labels. But
So
you already know from the wizard shouting and scribbling them out that this is not the sequence of the runes. They are simply, in fact, as you look at this, you realize this is just alphabetical order.
So now the rings up there, it's definitely a hint to the order, because do not journey in foul weather means that journey cannot come before storm. So do not journey in foul weather. Then we have the shield could be bigger. The shield is in the second half. How do I activate the drawing tool? There we go. So if I assume that, wait, how drawing tools? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, drawing tools, draw freehand. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I think is this one draw ellipse?
This is freehand.
I
Or
cannot
draw
select
eclipse.
draw freehand. Okay, so if we assume, how is it halved? If we halve it here, right? To no journey. The shield is in the second half. That means we need a shield down here. We can wait. That's supposed to be.
Oh.
Yeah. Then we have do not journey in foul weather. So journey cannot be before storm. The storm cannot be medium, so it is a
That
large
means
storm.
Storm
Then-
is not medium. This one does not exist in the band.
Yeah,
This
Would you
one
like
needs
me to
be
get rid of it?
destroyed.
the storm cannot.
Destroy.
Thank you.
The penultimate is small, and the penultimate would be life, so it's a small life.
It says nothing
Where-
comes after life, so that
Yes.
would suggest life is last, not second
Yeah.
last.
It is It is the last, yes.
So I thought you just said a second ago penultimate. Life was penultimate, so penultimate meaning second last.
The penultimate. Okay, sorry, then I'm missing the pen.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
Yeah,
have.
penultimate does mean second to last.
Okay, so
we
life
have-
is not small.
Okay, can we just on the order without like the size? We have journey. Do not journey in foul weather. So does that mean? I mean, journey. Does that means we have journey? After journey, there cannot be a storm, but it can be wind, storm, shield, life. Nothing comes after life. So life needs to be at the end.
Yes.
Journey needs to be at the start. Storm cannot be after journey because do not journey in foul weather.
I do not understand that logic.
Foul weather is like rainy weather, a storm. There is
Yes.
do not journey in foul weathers. So
it should come before wind and storm. That
also we have those other two up there. The cloud doesn't come after the wind. The wind requires a shield of equal measure.
Okay. Fuck, where does shield is in the second half?
And we also have
What
the
is
journey
the-
is far greater than the light it provides. No, we need all runes. Each of
Okay.
Can I whisk the ghost over here?
What do you
Where's
want
the
to ask?
ghost?
I want him to ask if we need every rune that's written on the ring.
I looking
Mhm,
what
okay.
the clues say.
I haven't
yes.
cast it yet.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be more fun to figure it out and then ask him if we got it
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
I mean, my interpretation is like we have this big circle in the middle, and then we have those two drawings on the right. Because every rune gets mentioned once. It's actually not a sequence of 4 that was wrong at the start. All of those words need to come at least once.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you look at the first line, the medium and large balance each other, but small or fewer. We have 8 runes. So if we have 2 sets of 3
Mhm.
and 1 set of 2, that means we've got 3 large ones, 3 medium ones, 2 small ones.
And the first one's a small one, right?
Yes. The first one is small, the second is medium, the third one is large.
Yeah.
That means the fourth and fifth one
Oh.
are either large or medium.
Yeah.
And then in the last 3, there is a small, medium, and large one in either order. We know the second to last one is small.
Yep.
And we know shield is not large. And if I'm looking at the line above shield, the wind requires a shield of equal measure. We know wind and shield are the same size. Which means wind is also not large.
Mm-mm.
And if I've got a feeling shield is before is the would that be 6th one? I'm saying no, maybe not. Ignore me.
Shield is probably in the second second half, because wind is in front of storm.
Yeah.
Or right in front of storm.
Okay, can we write down like visual indicators what we figured out? Because
Yes, I've given you the ring at the bottom that you can use to place the runes down on, and that is your sequence. You can, if you want, use like Stef's idea and place them around the ring, with a halfway mark indicated there. But this is why I set this out for. This
I
is
mean,
puzzle,
some of
this
them we
puzzle
know
is-
the symbol, and some of them we only know the size right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if we put down like an indicator of what the sizes will be, and then we line up after that.
Yeah, you can do that with like a drawing tool or even a text tool. You can just drag out and be like, type out large.
Oh wait, I figured out one more thing. The shield could be bigger, so we need a large shield, and then it's a... Yes.
Why do we need a large shield? If the shield could be bigger.
I mean, medium is normal, so bigger than normal would be large.
Yes, the shield could be bigger. That means that the shield is not at the biggest size it can be.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That means the shield is either small or medium.
Okay.
And if it's in the final 3, as we think it is, it can't be small because the penultimate is small.
It is also the wind requires a shield of equal measure, so wind and shield are the same size, so wind and shield are both medium.
Which is what I said like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, I can't remember why I think life is at the very end and is large, but doesn't matter. We know that the last one then would be large if we're right about shield and wind being medium and the positioning of shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Small, medium, large. And then we know there's a medium and a large in the middle. I'm just gonna write this question up now. I know this is a mess, so then the last 3 have to be, was it medium, small, large is what we said?
Yeah.
And then we know there's a medium and a large in the middle. Do we know what order it is?
No, we don't actually. We know that the 2 on either side of the middle line are the same size.
The light is cloud-like, so the journey is far greater than the light it provides. So light is small because journey is big, right?
So is this one wrong then?
Wait, I'll just type it on the chat. Journey, great.
Yeah. Is this correct to what we know?
Right.
No, because I think these 2 have to be the same size on either side of the line.
No.
The 2 runes on either side of the middle are not the same size.
Yes.
Sorry, forgive me.
Equals cloud size. Light equals cloud size. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Light needs to
out
be
of these 2, one's medium, one's large, and then. So the middle one has to be medium then, because one of the side ones is medium and one of the side ones is large. That leaves one medium.
And the shield needs to be in the second half of the ring, not the first half.
How do we figure out these 2?
Which ones?
The question marks. One's large and one is medium, but I don't know which is which.
The shield is in this. I mean, there is also a process of elimination, right? Let's pen ultimate. The second to last is small.
Yeah, that's we've already written that down.
These 2 are interesting.
What follows storm is large and storm cannot be medium. Those are 2.
Where does storm go on this line then?
Where does journey?
So life is the last one. We know that for sure. So.
Okay, if storm cannot be medium, and the next one after storm is large, we know storm.
So, okay, we put that life down. Okay. Where's this symbol here? We know that's the large one. I'm gonna put them under the things.
Storm has to be large.
So, but that's 3 possible spaces then for it.
No, 2. There's only 2 places where there can be. There's only one place where it can be.
But we have 2 question marks. Either of the question marks could be a large. We don't know which of the 2 it is.
But this one and this one can be the same size. So if this one and this one are large.
So you're saying the left one has to be the large one?
No, I'm saying this one is probably medium. And then these 2 are large. This one will be storm, and this one is something else. I think.
The penultimate is
You've
small.
answered it in a very confusing way. Which question mark is the large? The left question mark or the right question mark?
This one.
You're saying you're sure?
No.
Oh god.
The journey should be. Wait. The journey needs to be large because the journey is far greater than the light it provides, and light is small.
Wait. Sorry.
And if the
The left one is large.
If the journey provides the light, so it would be journey light. So the penultimate is not light. The penultimate would be cloud then, because cloud is small, right? Because the light is cloud-like.
Oh.
Do not
How am I
journey in
typing in both? I
Weber,
don't
so
understand.
wait. We start with journey, and to journey we need to have a small light after the journey. Because we cannot journey in 4 Webers. The penultimate is the other small one, and the other small one has to be cloud, because light is cloud-like.
Wait, so if this is small, it would have to be the first one. Or the second to last one.
No, the first one needs to be a large journey.
No, because it says the first 3 grow,
Yeah.
which makes me
The
think
first one is
small to
small.
medium to large.
Yes.
Oh wait,
Keep going,
where
guys.
does it say the first 3 grow? I don't see that on there written.
It's a second line. Top
I have
left.
the UI. The first 3 grow. So
Yeah, and the shield is one of the 2 mediums in the middle. Because it says the second half, but I don't know if that's after the middle or including the middle. Because we got 9. It is 9 symbols, right? Did we get that
No,
wrong?
there's 8. There's 8 symbols.
8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's 8 symbols.
Yeah.
So it has to be. Oh, it's still either of those.
Yeah.
Because those two are the second half. That's confusing.
Wait, this one is. Why is there a. This one is on the wrong spot, or is the wrong size? Why. Light is. Where should light be? Why is light on the 5th spot?
The wind requires a shield of equal measure. So are the wind and shield the same size then? Are the wind and shield the 2 mediums?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick toilet break.
Medium.
On some thinking music.
Journey doesn't come after wind. Where is wind? There is wind. Where is cloud? Doesn't have a place yet. This is storm. Where is light? That one. Yeah. This one is life, okay. Wait. The journey is far greater than the lights. Oh wait, this is life, not lights.
You're getting there.
There's also one important line. It's like the two rings on either side of the middle are not the same size. So if we, that means
Yes, that means that this
4 and
one
5
is large and this one is medium.
Yeah, and
Why are you repeating stuff we've already solved?
And in total, there need to be less smaller runes, like medium.
Yeah,
and
we've already
large.
solved that bit.
That's something I brought up like half an hour ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think some people have been figuring out one end of the
Write
puzzle.
it down. It's like I'm just
Okay, you want me to change it there? There you go.
That's why we put all the symbols there to the size, so we could know the size and then put the symbols underneath it, the runes underneath it. So you've put the wind and the shields.
No,
Do we know that those are the correct order, or could they be swapped?
I believe.
Guys, this is wrong. What you put there, Roki.
Which one?
It cannot be SMLL, MMSL. They need to balance each other.
They are balancing.
No.
What do you mean by they don't balance?
It needs to be the equal amount of small on each side, the equal amount of medium in each side, and the equal amount of large on each side.
No, that's not what it says. It says it needs to be equal amount of medium and large, and small and fewer small.
Yes.
So there need to be the same amount of large runes as there are medium runes, and smaller and fewer small runes.
So it has to be 3, 3, and 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Which we have.
So we know that this one at the very end then is large, which also makes sense for the last 3 runes of the last 3 are runes of each size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why we put that there.
Yeah.
No, it's just.
We can't have the same amount of small, medium, and large runes on either side because what's the word? The ones in the middle can't be the same.
Yeah, one side would have 2 larges and one side would have 2 mediums. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
You're changing the box size, and the letter's not good enough.
No, I'm just helping you out. I think that's visually helpful as well.
Yeah, because we need to start putting words inside the boxes, like so we can put the word life in the very end because we know.
Yeah, we're halfway through working through that, and then we went back to the sizes somehow.
I think don't forget some people are working from one end of the puzzle, and other people are working from the other side of it. Because people are reading things in separate orders.
Shield is in the second.
You're working, getting there.
Wind and shield.
So is Storm large or small? Do we know that?
Storm is large.
Down? Okay. You put that
because
down.
Storm can't be small.
Oh, you put Storm there. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm struggling to visually look at this because it's small. Vision problems.
Can you say again why you think Storm has to be large?
Because Storm cannot be medium. And right after Storm is a large rune. So Storm cannot be here.
Okay.
Because the one after and this one is
life.
That was probably this one is life.
Yeah. Sorry. So then if Storm is large and what follows it is large, it's obvious that Storm has to be number 3.
Wait, there is.
I don't understand something.
Okay.
Because if large comes after, then couldn't it be in both of those? What am I missing?
Yeah. What was it again? Right in front of Storm, there was wind. And there was a reason why this couldn't be wind.
I think number 6 needs to be large storm, actually.
Why?
Number 6, large storm. That is impossible.
Yeah, that can't be right. Because what follows storm is large, and the last 3 are one of each size.
Yep.
And I can't remember why, but the last 2 had to be small large, so that means
Mhm.
the other one has to be medium.
All right, no, what was?
Because it says the penultimate is small. So that tells us we know that that's definitely small. Storm can't be medium. Shield.
The journey is far greater than light it provides. So journey is bigger than light. I guess they don't.
Far bigger, so it's too. So journey is a large rune and light is a small rune.
Yeah, but it doesn't say they have to be next to each other.
No, they don't.
No.
That's true.
But do not journey in fall weathers.
I'm still not convinced storm has to be large.
Yeah, I'm doubting
Yeah,
that part
I'm
as
also not
well.
convinced it has to be large. Where did we get from that storm has to be large? That's what follows the storm is large.
No, I got that it has to be one of these 2 that I've just marked. So it's either large or small because it has to be before a large.
So what
we
if
filled in other spaces?
What if it's small frost at the start? But what if the order is frost, light, journey, cloud, shield, storm, wind, life? Because life is at the end, nothing comes after life.
Okay, so is that... I drag the right symbol for frost?
Frost
That's shield.
That is shield.
Then we have medium light.
Wait, that's shield? Oh my god,
Okay,
why does
this
stuff
is
look similar? Okay, yeah, sorry, my bad.
What do you mean it's clearly different?
I have vision problems, okay? They're a blurry
No,
little
he's joking.
thing.
I'm joking. I'm
he's joking.
joking. I'm just playing a
I mean,
I'm
because I
trying to look at it
read
without giving myself a
What
migraine. I'm
throws me
not
off a
kidding.
little bit is like what throws me off a little bit is the line about do not journey in foul weathers. But the way I see it, it needs to be frost, then light, and then journey. Because I think you need to have the weather be light before you go on the journey. So the order should be frost, light, journey. And because journey is large, what follows after would be the medium cloud. Then we have the large shield. No, it cannot
Wait,
be.
where is? Do we know the size of clouds
Okay, so
or lights?
could Storm be the second last one then? Storm be the small one, which would need to be a small symbol. Because it.
Yes.
Whichever the small one for that is here. And then we need large journey. Tell me if I'm wrong.
That is journey. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I have to really zoom in to see the small dots on the small one. Okay. So you said frost, light, journey. What comes after journey? I guess it is bigger than light, so that works as well.
This is large. Shield is medium. What follows shield is also medium. Shield and wind are both medium. Oh. So we have shield, wind, storm. That works. Shield, wind, storm, life.
Okay, so what symbol haven't we put down?
Where's cloud?
So, well, oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
We haven't put cloud, so that could be a large cloud. The cloud does not come after wind. Which is fine,
and wind
because
is.
our wind is.
Wait, I believe this one is wind.
Yeah, so
So the light is cloud-like, so light and cloud have to be the same size.
And this one is light, I believe, or it should be.
No,
wait.
No, the one just after the middle line is light.
Fuck.
Light and then cloud. Yeah, light and cloud are both medium, right? Yeah.
Yes, but
So it's small frost, medium light, large journey, medium cloud, large shield, large wind.
If we think we got this, we can ask the ghost and see if he's ripping his or trying to rip his hair out.
Yeah. He's already doing it, but
yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing it. I mean, we have this. We could have asked him anyway. I just figured it would be rewarding to actually solve it.
Yeah.
So,
wait,
has anyone got any objections before
I'm just gonna type it in chat what I wrote in my notepad here.
Yeah. I think I'm happy to submit. I just want anyone.
This is just the summary that I came up with. Is there anything that doesn't match here?
Well, we've got small, medium, large, large. You put small, medium, large, medium.
Yeah, that doesn't quite.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Match up. Doesn't match up with your ring here.
My ADHD brain doesn't.
It's. You've got 4 large, and 2 medium, 2 small.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. But I think the order is correct. At least the order should be.
The order cannot be correct if you're using these sizes.
No, ignore the sizes. I think.
You can copy and paste that and edit it as you wish.
But you can just delete your message and then post it again with the correct size.
Okay.
What does wind lead to the storm? Have we got that right?
Nope. Because this is wind.
Nope.
What
We
I'm
have made a
struggling
mistake.
with is that shielded wind need to be equally large.
This one is shield. No, wait, this one is shield.
This one's shield.
Wind leads to storm. This one is light.
We should have just replaced the ruins with the words. Just wrote the words underneath it. Oh well.
I'll try and.
This one should be storm. That one is storm. This one is light.
That's part of the puzzle. Trying to figure out what runes are which.
Frost. Does frost need to be in the second half? Does it? Is okay. Wait. Oh yeah. This might actually be right.
Yeah, I think we've got it now.
Is there any particular order for these two? We've got journey and clouds.
The only weird bit is the do not journey in foul weather.
Yeah.
What's journey again? Journey's that?
I think it means that journey shouldn't come in between two bad weather situations.
Yeah.
Oh, in is in between. Okay.
Yeah. Is there another reference to journey?
So it was one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Journey is...
this would be my final answer.
Journey is far greater than it. Yeah.
I'm happy to go with it. Stef?
So we have...
Stef and... because I kind of want to take a group vote before we ask the ghost.
So we have frost, light, cloud, journey. Journey. And then we have shields. That would be wind, storm, life. Can you double check if I translated this correctly? Inspiration, Mr. GM.
Mr. GM, sorry, you want me to translate what correctly?
Did I actually put this order of glyphs down there
In the order that is
on the band?
on the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat with the symbols that are there.
That's what I'm just checking right now, actually, as it happens. You have matched the runes to the order that you've said in the chat.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have one problem with this. What you brought up, it says up here, the medium and large balance each other.
Yeah, they do.
They do not. We have 3 large.
Yes,
And
and we're 3
medium.
medium.
Is that how you interpret it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think we're safe on that one.
Okay.
Any other objections, or we ready to ask the ghost?
I think we're golden. I think we've got it. I can't see anything.
I mean, I want to give Stef a chance to give any other objections, but we'll just go a bit routine.
No, it seems correct.
Awesome.
First 3 need to grow.
What do I see when I cast see invisibility to see the ghost?
He's very
You see,
frustrating. The ghost.
He is leaning forward. He looks just as intrigued as you guys are. And give me an insight check, Roki. As he has his hands, one hand on his chin, and the other hand seems to be firmly on the table.
I guess he never figured it out himself, or he could have done it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not getting neither an affirmative nor are you getting a negative from him. He looks deep in thought, and it's almost like he's double checking his own work as well. You can't tell whether this is correct or not.
Yeah, he never figured it out himself. He never figured it out himself. That's why he fucking killed himself with that thing.
I thought he blew up before he could finish it. Like, I figured as a ghost didn't have time.
No, my full interpretation is that he's frustrated and his colleague left because he could never figure it out himself.
Yeah, but he had time after he died. What else is he going to do?
Let's do it, and we'll apply some factor 50 before we activate it.
Wait. Can I ask Snorp if it's correct?
Yeah.
Because Snorp knows all. Snorp looks like he's ready with a chisel, but he like looks up as if he hasn't even been paying attention to the blueprints the entire time. And he's just got the chisel in hand, like excitedly ready to carve some runes. But yeah.
Snort seems ready. I'll take that as a sign from God.
Who's gonna?
Hold on. Snop did blow up in the first place, so take that for what it is.
I don't think we have a better option. This is our best guess of the symbols. Well, not guess, but our best solution.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Do it, I guess.
Then, if you are ready, let me take you. I'm going to take you back to the Black Cabin map, and here we go. So one of you will need to chisel the runes on it. This is the Dex Arcana check.
I believe that.
Yeah, okay. Stef can do that.
Do I get to help again?
Yes,
or does it not work for
you
this
can
one?
help.
Yeah.
Which effectively is like Snort helping. with your see invisibility, Snorp knows how to use a chisel and hammer. It tells you how to. He's showing you the proper technique, and then he hands back the tools and gives them to Stef. So,
Okay.
yes, you can say this is with advantage, Stef.
Yeah.
This is with advantage.
This is not how you carve these runes. You write them from the other way down.
Yeah, it's like he never exploded.
I cannot really mark my character. So do you just want me to roll the checks? Am I?
Oh my, who's graffitiing?
That's
So,
not
yeah,
me.
it's a dexterity arcana check with advantage.
So dexterity and arcana with advantage. Which one do we roll first? I
If
guess.
you click Arcana, then go to Ability modifier and say Dexterity,
Oh,
and then click Advantage.
I got it. That's what he meant. That's never come up before.
Ooh, well, avoided a nat one there.
Yeah, the
It's not
advantage
like-
works.
Snatches the tools out of your hand and corrects you. You're about to chisel with the hammer, and like you're about to hammer the hammer with the chisel, and he swaps the tools around. Now you're chiseling with the chisel and hammering with the hammer. So yeah, yeah, you were just about to break the entire rune. Sorry, the entire ring. You chisel the ring perfectly. The runes are etched in, matching the ones on the table, and all that's left is to attach the ring and activate the device.
I mean,
Okay, one moment.
Why activate? No. Wait a second. Why activate it here?
To know that you got it right, but you know, maybe,
My
maybe not activate it.
interpretation of this thing, right, is that it's a weather controlling device, right? But the weather around us didn't actually change. It makes like an artificial sun for a while. Because I'm pretty sure this thing will not last forever. I actually think that it will create an artificial sun for
So outside?
not an indefinite amount of time, and it will only be very localized. So if we have a pocket sun, right, that could be very fucking useful to us, and I don't want to like randomly activate it.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Our
new ghost friends, will it immediately activate when the ring is put on?
No, it needs to charge up first. But
yeah, over the course of this, by the way, it's been like an hour crafting the ring, an hour etching the runes, and an hour actually deciphering what they are. So it's been like 3 hours since. So if anything, it is charged and ready. But yeah, just you have time to place the ring on it. Anyway, the question was, sorry, will it activate as soon as you do it? It's no. Identifying it, you understand that this is actually supposed to be an attuned device. Once the third ring is on, once someone is attuned to it, they can use an action to activate the ring.
Okay, so let's get Chibbles to put it on safely, and if it doesn't explode, someone gets to attune to it. Any better ideas than that?
Chibbles can't tune to it?
No, not to attune to it, just to put the ring on, and then someone goes.
Okay.
We're putting the ring on attune you.
All right.
I just want, like, if it explodes, that we're not next to it when it explodes.
No, I'm pretty confident I'll do it myself.
You sure you don't want me to do it? Because, you know, I feel like I'm kind of responsible for Snorp dying.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay, maybe do it outside and not blow up the building. That's already very damaged. Let's do it far away from the building. Let's go. The rest can be spectators, but let's go outside when we do this. Roland needs to be dragged, by the way, because he's BRB.
Okay.
And,
the two ghosts try to follow you, but as they get to the perimeter of the door, you see them stop.
Snorp can't leave?
And then it looks as though there's some sort of otherworldly power stopping him from leaving. He like almost goes up against the window and then turns back to the research and turns back to the body, the ashes in the fireplace, and there's a sad look on his face. But then looks back towards you with a hopeful expression.
So maybe we can bring his ashes and he can follow us. Okay, let's do this and then figure that out.
Okay.
So
Roland's
bring us here,
with
and then Stef can be like far over there. I just don't want to destroy the building with it.
Yeah, where's Stef going over? Stef going outside, or is he staying inside?
I cannot target my token through the roof, so if you could drag me
because
out.
you've got.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's because you've got the wrong You've got the wrong tool selected. That's why. You've got to do drawing tools still.
Put him far away from us outside. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure you're not trying to blow us up a second time.
No, I'm not.
But
What me trying to... Chibbles can hang back for a little bit. I think this would be far enough away. I have both the thing and the ring, right?
You have the ring. You have attached the third ring. You are attuning to it as of right now. You feel the power thrumming within it, ready to be unleashed. It is starting to spin. All you need to do is activate it, and it will.
I do not want to activate it here.
not yet.
Okay.
I do not.
Right.
I believe this is a limited use make an artificial sun. And I do not want to put it up on the stupid fucking cabin where nobody has any benefit for it.
Okay, so you're just attuning to it, is all you're doing, right?
I'm just attuning to it, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright,
if the party is okay, that would be... I'm serious, that's my interpretation of it. I think this thing will not work forever, and I think this could be beneficial if we use it somewhere like out of town where they can grow crops or something.
Yeah, okay. So can I fast track?
Or we can stick it up Grey Dwarf's arse. I don't think they'll like this.
Can I like
stick it up a baddie's ass? Yes, that's also what we can do.
okay, yeah. But if I want to like ask the ghost a bunch of questions, like, "Hey, should we activate near a town? Should I use it in a fight? Can I use it in a kill site?" Can I like fast track and just like get a general idea of what he has said yes or no to, or do I have to ask him every question individually?
You trying to get the idea? Well, he hasn't. He's eagerly awaiting by the door at the moment to see if it's working or not, and he wants to see if it works. And he's waiting, waiting.
So, okay.
Yeah, he clearly wants to see his research complete. He is a spirit bound by a singular purpose, and that was to create and finish this magnum opus. And so you can tell that. And Snorp, Snorp seems to be very much the same, right? He's a vengeful spirit, if anything. The fact that he got sent in here, picked up the device, and it blew him up, he wants to see it worth something. He wants to know that his death wasn't in vain. And that's what his spirit is clinging on to.
Okay. Wait. I will pose something here. I'm not ready to let Snorp go yet. Is there any way in D&D? I'm asking more like from a mechanical. If his spirit remains here, that we can bring him back as long as his spirit is like attached to this plane.
That's why I suppose bringing his ashes. He might be able to come with them.
If we bring his ashes to someone that either can cast, is it reanimate? No, resurrect. There is a very high level spell that can regrow a body. Or
that's hilarious. We're talking about bringing his ghost with us right now.
Oh no, there's no way we can bring his ghost.
Yeah, we can't. That's the point. I think if we activate this, that Snorp's ghost will not remain here, and we might lose Snorp forever.
We've got a 10-day to figure a way out to get him back if Snorp wants to return.
I mean, maybe he'll be able to come with us. Right. Maybe just that's what's keeping him here. It doesn't mean it's keeping him in this plane.
Wait, if it's like a sun that you can, how high up is the cabin? Like it's in the mountains, right?
It's in the mountains. Yeah, it's north of a forest near the river. on a massive cliff
What
face.
would be the closest town that's nearby?
Lonely Woods.
No, he
Only
needs to
would.
see it. Anyway, before we do that,
I'm asking. I'm getting to the seeing part.
Whoa.
So, does the cabin oversee the town?
Can you see the town from the cabin?
Yes.
Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
There are a big, thick woods which kind of separate the black cabin from.
So it's
the
not in
Lonely
an
Wood
elevated
town.
position, or
Okay.
It's elevated, but not enough to see over the pines and the tall trees. No, I'm afraid not. And the other thing is foul weather. If it's cloudy, you can't really see that distance, like the frost, the snow, the storms.
Okay. Well, an important question I can ask him, since we just assumed instead. In theory, will this thing be reusable, or is it one use? Like
You're asking. Sorry,
asking the ghost
Breeders?
to, if it seems to be reusable, give me a yes. In theory,
He gestures towards the outside. He gestures, like picks up a handful of snow, lets it fall between his fingertips. He points to an empty plant pot in the corner and gestures towards the sky, where you've probably been here for long enough that the aurora actually does begin to be seen in the night sky, shifting its way. And he points to that and points to the device. You can roll an insight check.
I'll roll insight. But I guess where he's getting at, he wants us to use it here so we can blow shit here.
Roki can. I don't think anyone else can see it. So, when they're that 20, you get the impression this was a device he intended to end the winter altogether. He was clearly ambitious, perhaps maybe a little bit insane. You can tell he is a little bit like eccentrically excited, like as if this is going to be it. This is going to end winter. But he really did intend for it to perhaps be the first step in ending the winter altogether. And he gestures at some of the notes that he had. There is, well, do you remember when Snorp, just before Snorp died, he handed you some toilet paper that had scribblings on it?
Yeah.
Well, there are drawings, sketches of this gyroscopic device, except that in the drawings, you can see there are tiny little stick men in it, standing next to such a device.
Is this a prototype for a bigger thing?
He nods. And he seems to be going like wide-eyed and with a massive smile on his face, like nodding excitedly.
So this will be a small.
This is if this is just the beginning.
So,
in other words, if this one puts his hands out as like a dome. Yeah, he mimes a dome as well.
So we have,
and then points to the weather.
Smaller artificial sun, and he wants us to at some point build a bigger one of this.
He nods, clicks his fingers and points and nods, and he even gestures to his eyes and gestures towards some of the burnt books that have been scattered from the initial explosions, as if to say, I've seen it. As in, it exists. And the books, I'm afraid they're all but gone. Just ashes and debris. But he does mime with a book. And he seems to be gesturing as in, like, he had some sort of tome that he was following instructions from. That he's seen a device like this. One has already existed. But these perhaps aren't his designs, but rather something that he's trying to replicate. But there's a sad expression on his face as he points to the debris, as if that knowledge was burnt away. And all he's got left is,
Sorry. So we have a mini deployable sun that in theory will recharge, because it was recharging before.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really bad feeling about using it, but I'm
mean,
not
that
gonna
mean-
like go against the will of the party. I feel like if we use it, it's gonna be wasted.
If we use it and it's gonna be a waste, we can create a new one.
Can we though? We only crafted like one ring. We don't know the rest of it.
I mean, we
I mean,
have
we,
this
we
to
know we know the
rest.
runes.
You know, this is kind of, you know, the end of the quest anyway. Like, we're freeing this guy. Well, the end of this part of the quest, at least.
I mean, we know the runes, but do we know what the stone in the middle is? For example,
It's coal.
Can we?
It's coal. We know it's coal.
It looks like coal. It seems to
looks
have like
like
that kind of
coal.
texture.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I'll tell you this much: it doesn't look like Chardolin. Chardolin looks like black ice. This looks like a matte kind of mottled substance. And I'll show you the artwork again, just in case.
I had an
you're
Arcana
confused.
on them.
Even if we don't know what the center is made of, Copperknuckle might know what it is.
Yeah.
So even if we don't know the full blueprints, we have people that actually know it.
I'm not sure how
if
much.
you want,
Sorry.
no, go ahead. If you want to, I'll chime in after.
Okay, I'm not sure how much of this has been in character or out of character, but the chat that we've been having. But anyway, Sir Roland would chime in and would be saying, we have a sense that our ghostly friend is bound to this place until he sees his work complete. I would see him freed from this place as one of his Lathandran brethren. My vote would be that we activate this device and allow him peace.
I agree.
And I want to go and collect what remains of him. I don't know if his body has been double charged, blasted, because it went off twice, but I want to go and collect whatever remains. If he's got like, I don't know, a Lathandran book on him that would be destroyed, or anything that would represent his remains, even gather up his remains and take it out for burial and the rites of the Morning Lord.
It is charred, so it was like a burnt, charred body before. Now it's like truly just charred skeletal remains, so it's just bones. And you see Macredus, he puts his hands together and like sort of takes a bow to you in sort of like in respect and reverence of what you said, especially concerning Lathander. Perhaps even see him uttering a prayer under his breath, but you can't hear it. But to Roki, it looks like he's praying.
Reiterate all that. The Roland knows.
Yeah. So Roland, you collect his skeletal remains, and he follows them up to the window, and is looking outside, and again is ready to watch this. This unfold.
Stay with us after we do this. I could check up on him every night that we have the spell slot left until we can find a way to bring him back. Or are we going to lose Stalk forever?
Don't know. You don't even know if the device will work or not.
Well, let it rip, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, then
it shouldn't kill you, if that's any consolidation.
I mean, what is life without Snorp? I do press the magical item.
That you can have inspiration for, as the device explodes and you take 89 radiant damage.
Yeah, we put
another explosion tears through the scene before you. This detonation is deafening. You see the charred remains of Stef just blasted into the snow in a crater, and you see Chibbles in shock, in horror, just holding his head. As Stef scales are just scattered to the wind, and the device falls to the floor again, still whirring, still spinning.
I knew you guys picked the wrong order.
The runes are wrong.
Hey.
Oh god.
Okay, where did we make a mistake then?
That is a good question. Where did you make a mistake? Mercurius falls back into the room, almost defeated, like falling back onto the stool, pinching his nose, eyes wide. Snorp, you see him grabbing the hammer and chisel and just throwing it against the wall. Like he's ransacking the place, like in utter frustration. Kicking chairs, slamming doors.
Well, what the fuck do I do with
He
this
is-
situation?
Well, you're holding on to it, is what you're doing.
Sure.
Because you appear as a ghostly figure. Stef, you suddenly hear the voices of Mercurius. Just like, no, it can't be. I thought we had it right. Everything was in place. Snorp, you hear, son of a motherfucking piece of no! Not Stef as well.
Hey, Snorp.
Stef, you're here with me.
Hold on.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on a second. We do have a problem here, Senrith.
Yeah.
Shouldn't Glory show up right around now?
Oh,
fuck.
You're right. Holy fuck, you're right. Yep. Oh my god, he's absolutely right. So Snorp is like apologizing as if he's like, no, I'm so sorry. We got something wrong. It's all my fault. And Stef, is your ethereal body kind of floats over towards the black cavern. There is a sort of a whirl in the air, a sifting of sand that sort of appears next to you. And it is indeed the same purple-skinned tiefling that appears once again. Oh dear. It seems as though you blew yourself up. I swear I could hear that explosion all the way from 8th, 9th level of hell.
Yeah, you could say it was
Quite all right.
lightning.
That is unfortunate. Well, it was a good run, right? Are you ready for your actual adventure? This is only the beginning, Stef. And, gather enough power and you might actually be able to just form a new body for yourself and maybe transform yourself into a demon body or something. Actually, no, not demons. Ugh, devils.
Can't do that? What about Snorp over here? Snorp, do you want
We can put
demon body?
We can put your soul into a coin, and then we can take that coin, stick it inside an engine. There's a few different avenues. Let's just put it that way. But ultimately, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. And as he goes to pull out the contract, there is suddenly a burning bright light that sears in through the window, and he seems to shield his eyes for a moment, like, "Gah! What is that? Is it still on? Did you not turn that thing off?" And as he looks out to the window, you're trying to adjust your eyes to see what it is as well. And it's actually Sir Roland, burning bright, like a burning sun in this moment. As if he himself is a direct conduit for Lathander themselves.
Oh.
And you see as he tries to push forward to take a hold of your hand, Stef, there's another pulse that sort of emanates again from Roland, just pushes back and he falls away for a brief moment, like, what the? No divine being is going to stop me from collecting my debts. and he tries to get back up off the floor. And to Roland, all of this is happening in the ethereal plane. So it's almost as if not really seeing the same thing. But
can I just ask one out of character question? Seeing this, Roland, did you ever read the book called The Company of Ogres?
No,
he can't hear you, I'm afraid.
Okay. No, I'm out of character. This is purely out of character.
No, okay. All right, sorry. Yeah.
No, but it sounds like I've been eating something that's been disagreeable.
Mm-hmm.
So does he feel anything? Does Roland feel anything?
You absolutely feel like you are 100% right in your convictions, in your motivations to see this done right, to see this project completed, because in your mind, this is a faithful follower of Lathander, and his spirit is stuck here, trapped. In your mind, you're absolutely right when you say, we need to free him, not just for his sake, but for Lathander's. His faithful follower is stuck here, and he was trying to complete a task. He was trying to create a new sun.
Yeah.
And to the Morning Lord, that is like a noble endeavor. And it's trying to right a wrong that is in this land. This land has no sun. This is something that you know in your heart and soul. But I want to say though that if as these pulses are going off, you absolutely sense there is a foul demonic presence in the air as well, trying to enact its will, and that is of course Glory, and he's there, and it's almost like these two forces are clashing. You feel your divine sense being pushed back by his infernal contract, and vice versa. But physically, you don't feel anything. You just know that there's a spirit. There's a battle of powers and principalities here. And it's almost as if the light, now seeing Stef trying to help Macretus, has taken it upon itself to protect him too, knowing that his goal is the same as Macretus's. It too is a noble cause. But anyway, that's all happening on.
I wanted to sneak in up a dragon's butt. It's like.
Did you? God, could you tell your friend to dim the lights a little bit?
I'm afraid I'm in no position to talk to him right now.
Curses, yes, of course you're in the ethereal plane.
I'd like to,
Glory does.
I'd like to use turn the unholy and just add some hot sauce.
He steps away, and you see his contract suddenly like ignite, and then not in like infernal flames, not in the purple flames he uses to summon it, but in these kind of radiant flames. And he's oh no, he's trying to blow it out, and like pats out the radiant flame, and he quickly unsummons the contract and makes it disappear for momentarily. I see you're making wisdom saves. What's happening? Jesus. Right, it's all of the.
I got.
It's all of the rolls.
Targeted.
I
okay, yeah.
Wisdom save.
Okay, no worries. I think he's mostly targeting on the tiefling, which he is obviously backed away into the corner.
Wait, where's
look, your friend signed a contract. His spirit, it's forfeit. I don't make the rules. He signed it. That's how the contract works. He's coming with me.
Contract.
Yes, we both signed a contract. A mutual agreement. Upon his death, I believe Stef Taryn was to join me in freeing Levistas from a prison of ice. It's all in here. He goes to summon the contract again, but then thinks otherwise, as this is burning radiant flame.
So
what is it?
Can we see him?
Oh yeah, you see Glory. And he's been talking aloud, but not. You haven't heard Stef's half of the conversation. That's all.
Okay. Well, it would seem that this might not be the safest time for you to collect your contract. There's nothing stipulating that you have to do it right now, so I suggest before you are destroyed, you leave.
Destroyed? That sounds like a threat. Really, I thought we were all good friends. You freed me. I helped you. I'll tell you what. I'll just be over here. I'll just. He backs away down the hallway whilst also trying to shield his eyes from you, Roland. Oh, a comfy bed. You hear him jump onto it.
Right. So, in the surprising presence of Lathander's might, I'm going to try and take, looking at the ghost, begin reciting one of the prayers that from the book, prayer of hallowing the space, and going to see if we can make some kind of faith bridge.
Faith bridge between the ghost and you.
Yeah, or where they are, or just see with Lathander being here if he might intervene.
Wait, what happened to Nord? Is Nord still with me? Did we kill everything that was on my person?
Oh Jesus! Nord is. He's alive, actually. He doesn't die from radiant damage.
Okay, sweet.
In fact, he can't die from radiant damage. He's just laying on the floor where the charred remains of Stef are. So, yes, he's still alive. As you try to form a connection, you already feel one firmly within him. His faith is true, and he believes in Lathander. He has faith, and you're starting to realize maybe that some of his insanity actually isn't insanity, but rather more like fanaticism, or more like fierce loyalty. That's just
a zeal,
a belief. Yeah, a belief in this that supersedes science, supersedes the arcane. He has faith that Lathander will answer his call. That this device isn't just operating through material and magic alone. He's hoping that God will a God will hear and see his devotion and reward it.
Okay, so I'm going to continue praying and asking Lathander to bless the device that we've been toiling on and to give us some guidance on how we can proceed.
I do have a suggestion, but I can't talk to anybody. I can talk with the ghost, right?
I'm not going to even let you roll for this because this is your god, Lathander. This is so intuitive to you. This is like second nature. There is a moment where you see yourself walking, or not walking, rather riding into Icewindale, and you remember you would not have made it into Icewindale had you journeyed in foul weather. And you see this vision of you just passing through unimpeded. You see the storm pushed back. You see the blizzard wiped away. You see frost melt. And you see the clouds part. And it's just this ray of sunlight beaming down on you and your horse as you ride into Icewindale to right everything that is wrong, to fix the endless winter in this land. You know that is your journey, that is your destiny. And as you come back out of this prayer and look down at the page, it's almost as if they're highlighted, burning bright, is the words, "Do not journey in foul weather."
Okay. So I'll quickly explain as much as that to Roki and Tracker. Just the journey in foul weather. This is where we've gone wrong.
Which parts?
So where is
Well,
journey?
if you look at your rune, where journey is.
Yes. That is this one.
That's correct. It's next to a shield, and it's next to cloud. A very large cloud, might I add.
Okay.
And in your vision, you saw the clouds pushed back.
Okay.
As well as the frost, storm, and the wind. There was a complete absence of any foul weather. Okay.
Just looking back to what we have right.
That one is the most vague clue.
Yeah.
And it is the one that tripped you up.
Yeah.
So, but the important thing is you have still a chance. You have still your faith in Lathander.
Or we could do the
But
funniest thing and stand in the circle and press the button.
Just hit it again, like end it. That's it. Screw this puzzle.
More snort.
Then
we need to
all be together again.
Do we need to create a new ring, or can we use the same ring?
The same ring is usable, but it's not too hard to make a new one either. You've got all the wrong runes on it, so I guess you will need to make a new ring. Yeah, you can give me another athletics check with advantage,
because we know how to do
forge
this
a
now.
new ring. You do, yeah. You can go ahead and do that. It is getting later and later into the evening, toiling away. You know, this is it.
Nope.
We have to get it done. Oh, any guidance? Any guidance?
Roki?
Roki's still alive.
Oh shit! Sorry. I don't know. But no.
14.
A 14? I mean, it's got a few flaws in it. It seems like toiling into the night has made it a little bit trickier to work on. I'm
we
pretty
get some
sure
rest and
that
try
14...
again in the morning.
Yeah, 14 is just barely a fail. You need a 15.
Yeah, maybe we need to get some rest and try again in the morning.
You could try that. Yeah, if you want to leave this for the time being. The good thing is you got more metal here. You can attempt again. It just takes another hour.
I could see invisibility one more time, then I'm gonna run out. So like, I don't know, maybe a night of rest might be good.
Can I? I don't need to sleep. I'm the fucking ghost now, right?
That's true. Yeah, you don't need to.
As a ghost,
nor can you take a long rest.
Time to figure the puzzle out.
Yeah,
that's true.
I actually want to go talk to the other ghosts there. Like,
yes, you can. Yeah. So guys, while you're taking a long rest,
it's getting to 10 p.m. anyway. I don't want to head to bed soon. I got what to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to walk up to him and punch him in the face.
in the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know how much that will hurt him, the being he's already dead, but you can make it happen. And he's like, "What was that for?
How do you not know
my fault?
How do you not know the order? We showed you the stupid ring. You've been working on this for years. How can you get the order wrong? Why the fuck do you write instructions in a fucking puzzle? You know, you can't just write down an order. It doesn't need to be cryptic. No wonder you're a
These are going off of... These are going off of the apprentice's designs. I don't understand all the things. He held back that information. I was trying to do my best. Honestly, all of this, it's a bit of a loose silence to begin with. I don't really know how the Netherese even made this. It's insane.
You're toying with Neferese magic.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, the Netheries. You know of them.
Well, at least we figured out what civilization is buried under the snow, I guess.
Under the snow. Ah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
that's for somebody
It
else.
is.
An acquaintance that wants to know.
I heard the rumors. I didn't believe them at first, but after uncovering this, it must be true. There are Netherese empires still here. Their magic it's incredible. The designs are so intricate, and I'm barely scratching the surface, but this might be...
Can I ask you
This might be the key.
Can I ask you
Yes, yes.
Did you blow yourself up with the thing as well?
Unfortunately, yes, the 2 rings were not enough to contain the power. Nothing wrong with my initial 2 designs, I'll assure you.
Figured.
A 3rd ring, though. A 3rd ring was absolutely necessary. I should have listened to Copper.
Well, what did Copper say?
The 2 was not enough. A 3rd ring must be constructed. Unfortunately, he left me with a few scraps on his own designs. This is what I pieced together.
Well, it unpieced all 3 of them.
I realized what happens. Why I thought Storm was large. Journey is far greater than Light. That means that Journey is large and Light is small. There are 2 size difference.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why Journey had to be large. Because Light and Cloud are the same size.
Yeah, that's not where you fucked up.
We fucked up in the order.
No, because...
Do Not Journey and Foul Weather is the one thing you got wrong. But that one thing changes a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the order? Journey? What's the sign? But I can't actually talk to you. You have Journey over here on position 4. What's position 5? Position 5 needs to be Light. It is. I even said that it's. Is it Frost right now? Yeah. It's Frost right now. You cannot journey into Frost. You need to journey into Light.
It should be Shields.
Yeah, but don't journey in Fall Weather. That means it needs to be...
The first one is Frost.
Oh yeah. They look so similar. I can see this shit from...
Yeah, no, I know. Roki made the same mistake.
Do not journey into Fall Weather. Yeah.
Do not journey in foul weather.
Yeah.
In other words, nowhere near foul weather.
So not adjacent to...
I mean,
you are in foul weather because there is a gigantic cloud next to Journey. And
no, there is not.
Tried to give that
no, there
as
is
a vision.
Journey, there is Light
that rune,
before it. And
that's a giant... This is Journey. This is Cloud.
Yeah, Journey and Cloud are too close to each other.
And Journey cannot be next to foul weather. And that's all the hints I'm going to give you, because with that, knowing that one mistake, you should be able to fix it. But I will tell you one last piece of advice, and that is to take it away and start again.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one piece of information changes everything. I won't do it just out of, because it seems a bit mean, undo all your work, but I will say that one rune moving means it changes a lot, because this is the one that's wrong right here. So that's the only one I will move out of the way for now. That can't be Journey, because it's a cloud here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
so
that's really... I'm gonna say, like, to put out a critiquer, that's really, like... The language of it is dumb, because in means you journey into it, right?
Okay.
We go
I will tell you I will tell you this. At one point, you were in a fork in the road in decision making. Way early on. And someone suggested to move Storm to here. And as soon as you made that fork in the road, you went down this long rabbit hole where you ended up getting it wrong. If you'd have gone the other way, then Do Not Journey in Foul Weather would have still made sense.
Why
and you would have still had a correct sequence.
Why is Storm at the end? We said a couple of times nothing comes after life, so life needs to be in the end.
No, that is life at the end.
That
Not Storm. Someone said, no, it was this. Someone said wind leads to storm, and you figured out, oh, wind must be large, and so, well, storm must be large. So you're like, storm, one of the storms is large, and so you put storm as a large, but what I'm saying is, I'm not going to go through the whole thought process. This is the mistake here, but I saw the fork in the road, and as soon as you went down that fork, you never recovered from it. Unfortunately. That just led you further and further away from the right solution, just because of that. But the one thing that does trip you up, and I'll tell you right now, I did this puzzle myself as well to test it, and I died as well. And it was because of that one. Do Not Journey in Foul Weather also tripped me and killed me. So my character would be dead as a DM. Snorp is dead, so that kind of fits.
I mean, I'll say at this point, we could probably just pull it what we have in Discord and figure it in character chat.
Yeah.
I know we normally push the latest, but I need to go to bed.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll push it
no problem. I'm a little bit ill myself. That's fine. We're going to end and wrap up here, but all is not lost. Have faith in Lathander, and we will see all of you next week. Bye-bye for now.